like it,
It
doesn't it?
does, and that's what I was trying to do this. Well, I don't know what I'm doing on this. Is it going?
No.
Now it's going. I'm not even gonna ask. Okay. I guess I'll do that every time. I'll study that later. We're broadcasting, so I'm gonna change this to active speaker. Let's go to immersive. Force everyone this view. Don Lamoureux, you can talk, right?
I believe I can.
All right, guys, we're going to be doing a lot of things on charity auction today. Let's do some housekeeping. Everybody will have their memes like through the weekend. In fact, let me see where that's at. Some of you already have it.
They look awesome too.
Some of you already have them. And if you don't have them, you will have them. All right, let's see. So I'll come back. You guys will be getting those delivered. So we're gonna teach on them today. And we're getting ready. But I want Don to kind of review things. Don, I'm gonna have you take over.
Okay.
Obviously, I'll be here with you on it. But you guys, there's a lot of different angles. And when you see these memes, which here, I'll pull those up. Since you don't all have them yet, I'll pull them up and then we'll talk where this is going. Housekeeping really quick. Actually, I'll do housekeeping later. Let's just get this going. Let's just get this part going. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second here. Where's my memes?
Awesome.
All right, so I'm going to do let me share this. All right, here goes. I'm going to share my memes. Now, you guys, in your Dropbox, you have a link. You guys all have a link to your Dropbox for your memes. Memes are going to become more and more important in the traffic. Oh, I have a word for this. We're going to be getting more and more traffic in this big project coming in September 19th. The charity auctions that we do are going to be our own self-laid advertisements. We're going to have our own little commercial things. We're going to be putting stuff along the storylines. And we're also, I have a whole list of things we're going to be adding to the sequencing of how we do not just our own personal PBSs, but how we do it in a group consensus way. So there is a lot that's going to come. I'm talking new stuff we've never done before, stuff we should have done before. It's just, how do you get it arranged? How do you make it all work? How do I put the pieces together? There's a lot that's been in the works, but there's a vision behind this, and we all need to make sure that as we're participating in this big thing to come, that we're placing ads in the right place, but without upsetting Google AdSense or our other ad network that's coming on. So I'm going to be very clear. At some point in here, we're going to have an alternative or an addition to, depending how it works out, at Google AdSense. We will basically be able to pay everybody that's got a PBS site. They will be able to make money on ads no matter what. Solving probably one of the biggest frustrations that's out there. We know we can get Google AdSense eventually all the time, but we're getting a better solution. I had an update. Let me move this. All right. Okay. So I'm logging in. This is for Rory3.com under the PBS folder. Under July, you guys, these are the new ones. And I've been putting these out there already. So you guys might probably have seen them when I do my posting my ads. These are meant to help push the options. Okay. And I'm putting more awareness out there. I also, you'll notice that I did some with the book because I'm sending these out in other ways, and I'm putting them out on social media to people that I might have connected with before, older students, bring them back in. So I put one of those in there. Then I got some various ones that are here that are, different approaches on it, same direction for our BFA event, right? And monthly stipend, pushing the stuff to options. All right. And then obviously, we get a hold of people, do the BRT, go forward, even to the PBS or get them to the BFA event, right? Depending on how the conversation goes. I mean, we'll talk a lot more about that. We're going to have a lot more things to tie this in. There's a lot of things being layered, but I'm going to go back to PBS and we're going to go to August. And this is all for the charity. Now I'm going to show you guys something. That folder's created. You just kind of have to know where it's at. And it's, we have a structure on there. I mean, I obviously have a lot in here, but when I go to August, let's pull these up. I'm going to go big. So we got raise money with charity auctions. Okay. And we're doing animal programs, horses for veterans, therapy for dogs. If just some options, right? We're trying to draw the attention to what can work. And Dawn gave me a list of what the top type of charities are that work with the program. And I kind of based it on those. So animal shelters or rescues, which Dawn, I think that's what's made us the most money so far. Am I wrong?
Huge. Yes. I would say that's probably the case.
I mean, our biggest ones we've already done, they were all like animal shelters, right?
Yeah. People love their animals. Yeah. They love their animals.
Well, I'll tell you this. Most people get along with animals more than people. And there's obviously reasons for that, right? You guys, I've never had a dog that's driven me to too many frustrations other than, if they got in the garbage and you got to train over that. Usually it's owner issues, right? Where you didn't train them properly or, you let them get away with something and they keep doing it because they will. I've never really had frustrations. Now I have had my frustrations with cats. I've had a cat in my life that I think just wanted to piss me off every chance it could. I've had that, right? But you get to know it, you kind of deal with it, but we love our pets. I mean, there's so many stories about pets, good, bad, whatever, that are funny. And you guys know cat images or videos like on, on YouTube they get so many views. And dogs, there's single dogs that their owners put them on video and then put them up on Instagram and they got millions of followers. We like animals. And if there's something we can do to help them, we all know they can't make their own money. There's very few government programs supporting them. So there's a lot of things that, people will donate to. This is a big thing, but there's so many storylines around it. And if we're doing anything that ties into an animal or interaction with an animal, these are going to be a great little segue ad to put in. That's our ad that goes to something we directly are part of. Okay. Businesses that want to directly raise the support a cause. This is something that Dawn told me. I didn't even know about this. Really, I didn't think about it. I mean, I've been part of it, but I didn't think about it until Dawn was giving me the number one things. So we got to focus on that. And obviously, there's places we can put this, right? And we're going to go more over that too. Schools for the PTA or booster club, the classroom, greater school. You know, I know, I don't know how you guys are with the school and fundraisers. I think every school we've been part of has done a fundraiser. My grandsons and my granddaughter now, they go to a private academy, and they do fundraisers like every month. It's like every month. And I need to get this in front of them. I'm making this a thing because like this is one of those things that they can just run as an annual thing, but it's you guys, it has better reach than a chocolate bar, right? Because everything is shipped to wherever they're at, and we can put some really fun things in here. And I've got stuff to add. Like we can add stuff in here, but you guys, they already have some amazing things. Like Don, I want you to kind of recap how the whole program works, and just we have a lot of new people, so let's recap it. But here's the next one. I got sports programs. This one has, I mean, Niall and I talk about our kids and sports. Tanya and I, we were the fundraiser for a lot of the little leagues. Constant the pizza parties, the backyard barbecues, all that stuff that was there. We had some different programs on there, but I also, we've done the thing where we bought a banner on the field. We've supported, you put your money where your heart is, right? This is a big one. And it's also, I'm going to just bring this out. And I think there's something we need to do on this, especially, and same with the other ones, but how to run a fundraiser, how to do this, how easy it can be laid out step by step, what to do to run this. And Don, maybe you can help write some of that stuff so we can all put it out there. I know this in working in the largest little league in the nation. It was Alta. And then it broke up. It was huge. And it was a big organization, a lot of people involved. And they needed to raise money for the kids that didn't have all the funding for the equipment and everything. And, and usually they would just, in the room, there'd be enough business owners. We just funded it. We just like, well, how much do we need for that equipment? And they say, well, like we need 12 grand. And someone said, I'll give 1,000. I'll give 1,000. I'll give it, and we raised it in the room. That's not typical. What's typical is they just go without, or they use old equipment, and there's definitely a need. Okay. But the thing about this is where we are today with all the stuff that we can help put out there. They already have an audience they can market to. That becomes great. Almost every single little league out there has a communication form that goes out there, but pushing kind of an evergreen, which means over and over again. Because you can do the charity auction, they can redo it again and again, right, Don? They can launch it every 6 months or whatever they need to do, right?
Yeah, every year, every 6 months.
And these dance and cheer teams, we had our daughter in dance. My daughter's dance costs, uniforms, travel expenses, all in, was more than 6 boys playing football.
That's true.
Oh, it was true. I was when I'm so glad I didn't have 2 daughters. And I say that I would have loved 2 daughters, but it was like, wow, the boys need new cleats, new gloves all the time. It was a drop compared to what these dresses and all these outfits that, get worn for 25 seconds of their life, whatever. So I could go into that forever. And, there's a lot of things that are on there, but they're always constantly trying to raise money, especially if they do any type of travel. The second you have a travel team, costs just go up 10 times. So this is a big area that we should be focusing on, and then you get these programs in here. But the thing about it is, I'm going to say this: if they do one, Don, how many of your fundraisers do it again?
Oh, most of them. 90%.
Okay, you guys understand? It's a repeat business. All right, here's a big one that again, push it out there on the veterans. These weren't in any particular order of what's best, but these are all the areas we need to focus on. And when I say focus on them, we want to be building a different page that focuses on each of these directions to put out there. And when they go to the charity auction, maybe make it a menu driven, here's this, here's that, here's where you go with that. I mean, we can expand on this so big, and it's definitely an area to do that. Now, we should have spent time on this before. We've had this program for a while. We need to just make sure we put some highlight on there, get some attention to it, and especially before what we have coming in a month. So I wanted to make sure we touch base on this. add this as another training, and obviously we can tie to this in what we do. I'm going to close this. I'll close this out. Stop my share. I'm going to hand this over to Don, and then Don, I know I gave you some different information before, but if you could like take the time to really explain how it goes, show like your page. We all have a page like that, and all we got to do is get people to fill that form to get in. Like walk them through what's expected, and then we'll back and forth on the marketing tactics. Because Don not only is part of Triple R, Don goes back with Tanya and I a long ways. He goes back with me even longer. But he runs this program, and we put this together for Triple R247 because it's a really good thing, but B, these people need to make the money, and it's a solution. But it's a feel good, but it's also a feel good that has revenue to it, right? It pays out to the PBS Vortex, as well. More things that are coming. Maybe I'll drop. Maybe I won't. All right, Don, I want you to just walk everybody through it as if they've never seen the program before. We have a lot of new people, and we're gonna have a lot more new people every freaking day now. And this will be in the training. So let's give a really good highlight to it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was 1999 when we met, Rory. So there's the date. Wouldn't you say about 1999?
Yeah.
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 I moved to Utah in 98. So anyway.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that sounds right. It was before the turn of the century for sure, because I remember 2000 and I knew you then. So yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Y2K, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I put this document in the chat. Some of you already clicked on it. You're already there. I just put it in again, just for anybody that came after I put it in the first time. And I'm just going to go to that document, and we're just going to walk through it. Let's see here. Window. There we go. Okay, so you can see that properly, the charity auction training. Someone give me a yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what Rory said is really, really important to realize, and that is that of all the programs that we do with Triple R, this is I think the only one where all you have to do is set an appointment and then forget it. Like, you don't have to follow up with, you can follow up to see how it went. Hey, did you get the appointment? Cool. How'd it go? You can do that, but you don't have to do that. Like, literally, you just take it to the appointment. Once you get that appointment set for them, then we take over from there. We walk them through the whole process. We help them with marketing. We get their auction up and running. We schedule it. We're with them through the whole process, all the way to the end of the auction. So, and then we actually ask them for referrals and stuff like that. And I'm just going to tell you, if I ask for a referral from somebody that has your code on it, I'm going to put your code in, and you're going to get that referral of the referral too, just so you know. So, like, we're literally marketing like referrals for you when they have a successful auction, right? So you do a team, and that team does an auction. They make a couple grand, 10 grand, whatever. And I'm going to ask them, hey, do you know any other teams that would want to do this? And if they're connected to you, then I'm going to keep that connection alive. I'm going to put that in the referral code. I'm going to put your PBS in there, because then you'll get referred for all those extended things, just so you know. So this could be way bigger than just the one referral you pass on, because I'm very careful about who refers who with the company. So as I say here, if you understood how much you could simply make by setting an appointment, you would make this a priority, not above all the other priorities. But literally, it's one of those things where you can spend a very short amount of time every day on it and get a few referrals in a week. And it's just going to come back and bless you in the future like you won't believe, right? Because you'll do it and you'll forget about it. And then 3 months from now, when they have the auction, all of a sudden you're going to get a check for $200 and you'll be like, where'd that come from? Oh, that's cool. That paid for all of my Triple R expenses for the month. Wow, that's great. So this is the kind of thing we're talking about, the power of it. So I'm going to kind of go through this page. So just kind of follow along with me. And then there's some links in here that you can click on and learn more and study it more. But this is the stuff I'm going to be covering here. The first one is how the compensation plan works. Now, keep in mind, we're not going to go into extreme detail on this because it's all there in step 5 of the training under that link right there, step 5. It's also in the LMS. Where is it in the LMS? It's under my courses and building your PBS step 5, right? The same place, easy to find. And it walks you through how to build your charity auction page, how the whole thing works, and all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to tell you about how the comp plan actually works. Because when you refer an auction through your link, you'll get credit for every auction the organization does for life, as Rory intimated there. As long as you're active with RRR, they could do an auction a year for the next 10 years, and you're going to get paid every time they do it. Maybe 2 a year, just depends, right? But you get 2% of the charity's net profits paid out through the Vortex. The full 2% is paid out in 4 tiers. So you get 50% of into tier 1. That's you. And then your instructor gets 20%, their instructor gets 20%, and then the upline MSI gets 10%. That's how it's paid out, right? 2% doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't a lot when you're talking about a couple $100. But when you're talking about an auction that pulls in 10 grand or 15 or 20 grand, it's a little different. Okay, we're talking big numbers here, so I just put some examples. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just to give you an idea, like this one here, these are real auctions. I'm telling you, these are auctions that our company has already done. If they're in the bank. And like this Sanilac County Historical Society, that wasn't even one of the memes, but that's another angle. They made $73,000. Okay, if someone on our team referred them, that's $1,400 for the team, $1,474. Let that sink in for a second. Like, wouldn't that be incredible to do one appointment and then 3 or 4 months later, your team gets checks for like $1,474. I mean, that's a pretty good check right there. You'd make 700 and something of that, and then your team gets more. It's like, wow, that's really great. Even 40 grand right here, $800 for the team. Even 24 grand, $480 for the team. I mean, it's just on and on. You can see that's the one Rory was talking about, our biggest one, Animal Compassion Team. Not our biggest auction, but one of our biggest auctions. 83 grand earned for them, and $1,676 would be for the team. So that's pretty amazing.
Don, I'm gonna just jump in here really quick, just if you don't mind. 2 points
Yes.
I want to bring up. This is one of those things that brings awareness. It also, it's one of those things that we're doing the right thing to help raise money for something of importance, and it does come with a benefit to pay us. But it's when I'm marketing, I like to be behind the cause. This is one of those things, we're behind that cause, helping them get there. But we also know that if they do it, they're going to probably repeat it and repeat it. So if you get one a month, after a year, you got 12 that are renewing every 6 months, every year. And that's just you, but your team's doing it too. Remember the PBS Vortex, we pay out in 3 tiers, and then we have that MSI super tier. You guys, this is something that's just worth putting pressure on. But the other thing,
Rory, keep going on this. Keep going on this for about a minute and a half. I've got to run into the other room to do something for Rory.
That's perfect. So here's the next thing. We want to be looking for organizations that that already have like a following and have a way to market. They're the most, when we can do these for individuals, right? There's things we can do. We can do a charity auction for anything, any purpose. It doesn't have to be a not for profit. It can be anything. Can raise money. People can raise money for a sick person, a sick child. All that can be done. Anything you could do a GoFundMe on, you could run a charity auction on. Anything. However, the ones that do the best already have a huge audience. Okay? And so what I mean by that is we should be targeting, like you look at the Facebook groups. I'm going to do this now since I'm going to do this now. I was going to segue to this later, but I'm going to just do it right now. Don can put his share back on when he gets back here. All right. I'm going to go to Facebook. And I'm going to go here to search. I'm going to go to my other one. Hold on. I'm going to go right here and I'm going to go to, let's see, animal shelters. I'll just type animal shelter. Oh, there's one in Pensacola. They're all over, right? So I'll just type animal shelter. Let's see what pops up here. You're going to probably see enough work for everybody. So let's just check this out. That's an ad.
Groups.
So this is Lost and Found Animals, Lake County, Florida. Lake County, Niall.
Click on that. Click on that link, Rory. I want to show you a cool trick.
I'm going to join first.
Well, don't join. Well, you can join, but see where it says related groups?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So when you actually go to a page, so I like pages too. If you go to a page and you click follow, then all these groups will pop up. It'll give you a whole row of related pages or related groups. And then you can go in and click on those too. And then you kind of build, I mean, you could build a list of 200 pages or groups in like minutes doing it this way.
Well, and the thing about it is I mean, there's a right way and everything going there. But like this is Lost and Found Pets of Central Florida. Okay, it's great. This is these are word of mouth clubs. That's fine. It's there. But this Lost and Found Animals, right? I'm just going down and look at it. How active is it? 18 hours ago? It's an active group, right? And I want to find an admin person. So there's an admin right there, Debbie Shank. Okay. Now I can just message Debbie. Now I'm going to tell you this. You do not want to be doing a bunch of these in a day. So by priority, I would recommend this. Okay. Let's see. I'm working. I would put an hour in my calendar to do charity auction messaging. Okay. So I'm gonna look at my calendar. Now, you guys know that I don't ever ask you to do anything I'm not willing to do. Ever. Right. And I was thinking about this for this training because we were gonna do this last week. Dawn was very patient with me. We had some other stuff come up. This is super, it needed its own day. Like just a good catch-up training day. But I'm gonna go look at my calendar. It's nice and busy. It's fine. And I know Monday, guys, I'm doing I got Bella Vita, and after Bella Vita, I will do like a session 1, a session 2, some other things that night if it comes up. But I'm also posting ads, right? So like I'm posting Bella Vita ads every Monday night. That's the thing I'm trying to do. We do the training on Monday. I'm posting ads on Bella Vita. Like I'm just Bella Vita centric on Monday. Okay. Tuesday, you guys know that's our big training day, right? Big training day. I'm pretty stacked. I'm working all the stuff that's there. I mean, I got session 2s. That's next one. I've got the stuff that's there. And then 6:00 on Tuesday. Yeah, you guys you're like my whole day's planned. I just want to go through here. 6:00 on Tuesday. I got dinner with marked off. Usually this rolls, depending on what I got planned with Tanya, because I know that from 8:00 on, I'm in trainings. Okay. Well, after the end of that instructor call, I can't exactly go to bed. Anyway, I just can't. I'm like so excited where we're at, touching base with everybody. That energy is amazing. So after that, if I'm not going to bed, I might want to strategically plan something. Now I'm going to go look at Wednesday. So Wednesday, this next week on the 26th, I got the advanced thing. There's a real estate there that's after, but right after there, I don't have anything planned at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it at 7:30. And I'm just going to put it for I'm gonna go 7:30 to 8. I'm gonna be on with so I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna go animal shelter Facebook group marketing, and I'll just be doing it. Anybody that's on my study hall, they'll be seeing me do it there at 7:30. So I'm putting that on there, remind myself to do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. And I'm gonna put that in. There's a purposeful thing to start it out there, right? Now I'm gonna put it on there, and I want to deliberately run this for a while. So I'm gonna open up the meeting, and I'm gonna repeat it weekly on Wednesday, and I'm gonna repeat it. So I got animal shelter, and I'm gonna put a little note here. Animal shelter. Then move to veteran businesses, Little League, dance, youth. What's the other ones we have on there? Don.
Well, you got the teams,
Schools.
teams, sports teams. Those are the six.
That's a Little League, right?
Yeah.
College.
It's. What do you see the list in a second? Where do you see the list I pull up here in a second?
Oh yeah, I know. But you guys, I'm gonna just put this on here, and then I'll put add more. Okay. So what I'm basically doing is I'm going to commit every Wednesday for 30 minutes. I'm going to jump on and do some Facebook group marketing, and I'm going to start with the animal shelter, and I'm going to change it as I get going. So I'm putting notes in here on what I'm doing. Okay. And I'm going to hit save. And now it's in my calendar, not just something I'm going to do or work on. No, I'm making an effort every Wednesday. That's what's going to happen. Okay. I'm making an effort, and I'm calendar. And if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't happen. Like it just has to be. All right. So now I'm going to come back here. I got Debbie, and I got my page. So Rory3.com, charity auction. Oh, charity and fundraising. And I want the charity auction one. And I'm just going to go here. All right. So I'm going to highlight what I said. They're an admin. It's something that's there. That's what they're there for, to reach out. I'm not trying to spam. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I'm trying to help raise money, right? Now, I'm not going to send a bunch of these out. I did one, right? If I, in 30 minutes time, I might reach out to like 5 and call it good. But I'm going to do it every Wednesday, right? And then I'll chart that, see what that is, and see what it takes to get that in there. But 30 minutes of time, I put that out there. It's also going to bring awareness. Odds are they're going to click on it, but also, as there's a saying that I say it probably every day internally. Like, I think Tanya's probably tired of me saying it, but as you do one thing, you do all things. So that is kind of like one of the best aspects I can put for life and in general for me. What I mean by that in this sense is that admin that I just reached out to, she's probably in other areas. She's probably in other caregiving stuff, like to take care of animals. She's going to be in other. She might have other things that could use a charity auction. I'm talking to the kind of a right type of a person. An admin of an animal shelter, an admin of a veterans thing, an admin of a school, a booster club. They're probably in other areas of fundraising needs and everything else. They're in that realm, right? As we do one thing, we do all things. We usually have a passion or a like in an area and blossom out into it. So it's, to me, it's really good effort. All right, I'm going to go to the headlines and ads. All right, headlines and ads. And charity auction. Let's see. So under charity auctions, there's CFF advertising. I'm going to do new folder, Facebook group, messaging. That's where it'll be. All right. Now I got to find my message. Oh, it's there.
It's white.
I just got, yeah. Let's go black. Here we go. And what I ought to do is yeah, I got that there. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and like this. Okay. I always like to interact a little bit more. And I'll tell you this too, if you interact before you go to the admin, great too. Like, you don't want to, to see what it is. But you guys remember, we're offering something, doesn't cost them money. We're not asking for money. We're also going to help them bring in money. So we want to be creative on it and steadfast. Okay, so I got this as an example. I'm going to make that the title. And I'm going to work on as I do more, I'll just update this, right? I'll update that for you guys as I do it. So I'm just going to get it started right now. Don, I'm passing it back to you. You can go ahead and override. I'll stop my share. Carry on. I'm going to plant the seed. There's things we can do on here that we just need to get better at. I mean, we have so many things to focus on, right? Prioritizing it, put it in your calendar, giving it 30 minutes a week. That'll move it.
Perfect. So back on this sheet, again, it's in the chat. I see like about 30 people. I know there's more than that in the room. So if you aren't on that, if you haven't like gone on that sheet and saved it, go ahead and get on there on that link and save that, bookmark the sheet, because it has a lot of tools on here that I'm going to go over, but you want to go back and reference it, right? So, because there's links and things that you need to look at. Just to kind of piggyback on what Rory talked about, what do these organizations that are successful have in common? What are the qualities that you look for? He mentioned they have a big network to tap into, a ton of supporters. Startup, like we just started a nonprofit and we don't have any followers yet. We want to raise money. It's like, okay, yeah, we can help them maybe, but it's going to be rough because they don't have anybody to send messages to or email, or they don't have social media presence. They don't have any of that stuff. So if they have a big network, then that's a really good thing. Do they have an active team, board, staff, right? Like it's not just one person that does everything. They literally have a team that can get on board with the auction and help promote. They're go-getters, right? They're not complacent. They're not desperate. Like they're not like, oh, I really, really need money. I got to do something, or my doors are going to close tomorrow. It's like that's not a good person to do an auction, probably. Their supporters love the cause, right? They love it. Like they will do anything for the organization. They're very loyal. And this is just something they don't have to have, but it makes a difference. They have a famous spokesperson, right? I did an auction for, you guys all know who Kevin Sorbo is, right? Remember him? He's like Hercules, but he's done a lot of other stuff too, right? But he has an organization where he did an auction with us to raise money for like 3 different nonprofits. And because he was Kevin Sorbo, all he had to do was say, hey, we're doing an auction, go register for it. And people did it because he's Kevin Sorbo and you do what he says, right? So if you have a famous person that is a spokesperson or runs it, that's a real good bonus. It's not necessary, but it's a great bonus. So I just wanted you to get that. So if you're on this page, right here, it says, here's a list of potential organizations, auction-ready organizations. Like I literally, I want you guys to see this. I put together this page on my PBS. Like if you don't have enough ideas already, which you probably do, look through this list and you're going to start to see tons of things that you already know. It's going to jog your memory of different organizations that you can ask. Like I got categories like veterans, first responders, patriotic causes. I mean, animals are great. I mean, that's really high. I'm just telling you, people love to support our veterans, and they should. People love to support, the fire department and the police department and those kinds of organizations because they stand up and protect our communities. You see people like after a fire comes through, they have the signs in their yard. Thank you so much, first responders. We love you. I mean, people love this. And so when you think about the burn institutes and the helping, with what do you call it? The firefighters, I can't remember what it's called, the memorial funds and all these different kinds of things. It's all there. Incredible stuff. Pregnancy care, family, and life affirming organizations. Okay, there's a whole list of those. Like literally I'm just telling you, like there's literally probably 5,000 pregnancy resource centers around the country, and they all need money, I promise. So youth education and development, Rory touched on some of these, but it goes way deeper than even just the school. Like every school has multiple departments, multiple things. Of course, we talked about animal welfare and conservation. Here's a list of subcategories for all these things, okay? There's stuff in here, you guys are going to read this and go, I didn't even know this stuff existed, but they do. How about medical health and recovery? How about community support, housing and relief? Okay. Your homeless ministries, your shelters. We had one of the biggest auctions we had was for the Galveston County Food Bank. Huge auction, right? Food bank right there in Galveston, Texas. Okay. And there's a food bank in every single city that you live in. Every one of you guys has a food bank or more, one or more connected to your city, and they all need to raise money. Museums, culture, heritage. These are all things, right? Because they're not all, sometimes they get grants for this stuff, but a lot of times they don't get grants for this stuff and they have to raise money, or they do both, right? Like that one, the Sanilac Historical Society that I showed you earlier raised 85 grand. Okay. That's with one of our auctions, right? So that's all. I put all this on this page so you guys can click on it and check it out. I want to touch really briefly on how to set up a referral link. It is in the training. So when you go to your training on charity auction, building a PBS page that Rory showed you, that's the page where you can send your ads and your posts and your social media to that page, because you want to get traffic on your PBS and you want that to be the conduit to your link. So you don't just give them the link. There's an exception to that, I will tell you in a sec, but you don't just give them the link to sign up for an appointment. You try to get them to your page, and then they'll read a little bit about it, and then they'll click on the link and get their appointment. That's kind of how the marketing flow works, because now you're getting traffic, through your page, and they also might click on other items that are related, right? But this is your link that you have to build, and it goes in detail when it talks about how to build your PBS page in the training. But it's very simple, and you can use this page and this link right here to do it. This is the link for everybody right here. It's basically yourcharityauction.com request, and then it's got the stuff RRR247. The only difference between my link and your link is mine says .2N06, and yours will say dot whatever your PBS is. Okay, M147, whatever it is, right? That's your link. And so it's crucial. This is crucial. Like, you got to get this right if you want credit for the referral, because if you put that incorrectly, then I won't know that it came from yours. And then when the check comes in, Rory it won't come because there's no tracking, right? And so we need to know where that gets to be paid out, right? So make sure you do that, get that right. If you have any questions on making sure that's perfect, reach out to your instructor, or you can even just say, come to me, just find me on WhatsApp and just say, hey, Don, can you just double check my charity auction page? And I will go in there and I'll just scan through it and double check your links for you. I'm totally willing to do that. Make sure that everything's correct. It's going to the right place. So, and like we said, this is tracking for the life of the account, right? Many that do this program repeat it yearly or even twice a year. We're tracked for compensation for the life of the account, right? I've got a couple of links here you guys can click on to get your juices flowing. This is my charity auction page, and I'm always updating it and changing it, because as wonderful as Rory does the page, and he does a great job with doing the page, like I run the company. So like when things come up, like in the company, I adjust it based on like what's going on right now, because I'm in there. So if you want to bookmark my page, then you can kind of check back and see some of the things that I do with it are a little different, right? For example, like we start adding media kits, and I'm going to show you what that's like. I did it for a purpose to help the auctions be successful, but also to drive traffic to my PBS from the different nonprofits that are doing auctions. So I'll show you that in a second. But these are some things. I got a section on auction promotion, on ideas for donations. Now, these relate to the organizations you're referring, but I just wanted you to have these because it kind of gets your juices flowing, right? It gets your creativity, on who you can talk to. And then again, auction ready organizations is crucial. There's two ways to do this. One of the ways is what Rory's talking about, and that is through social media, posting, connecting, and then ads. And he's probably going to talk a little bit more about the ads and ad placements through all the different means that we do, how we do it, right? And those are kind of passive, like you're putting stuff out there passively, and people will click on them and they'll get to your page. And you may get an appointment, but it's going to come in passively and you may not know about it until you get paid. If I see it, I usually like to try to notify you like, hey, guess what? I got one from your PBS came in. Did you know about that? Oh, I didn't even know about that. So that's the passive method of getting the word out there. And you definitely want to do that. But there's also an active way to get the word out and to get appointments. And you shouldn't neglect that either, because this is simply the ask. And I'll use a quick example on this. My wife, Rhonda, works for a nonprofit organization. And she's just got a phone call from some guy, random phone call, calls in and says, hey, the company's called Infinite Worth. Hey, it's like Infinite Worth, like have a website. And the guy was kind of awkward about it. He wasn't really comfortable with making the cold call, but he's like, hey, do you guys have a website? It's like, well, yeah, we do. It's like, well, the reason I call was because, we do websites. I actually have built one for your organization, like pre-built it. I'd love to show it. That's what we do is websites. And it's like, would you be willing to get on a 20-minute Zoom and I'll kind of show you what I built, and maybe it's something you guys would find useful. And he's like super awkward, right? But he's getting appointments, right? And so there's a way to do that with your charity auction, to just ask people, because you've got like all the millions of organizations you don't know, but every single person on this Zoom, or not Zoom, on this meeting is like has a list. You could probably write a page of organizations that right now in your community, your kid's school, your church, civic organizations. Are you part of the Lions Club, Rotary, the Chamber of Commerce? Are you connected to a ministry or you name it. Like all of you guys have these things in your life. And so make a list of those things and just ask them, hey, do you guys do fundraising? It's like, oh, well, and I'll give you some wording on that here at the bottom of this, but the foolproof way to get an appointment is not to send them the link. You have a link so they can get an appointment. The foolproof way is to actually set the appointment yourself. And this is consistent across everything we do, right? It's like, if you just tell someone to do something and send them a link, they're not gonna do it. Probably, 95% chance they're probably not gonna do it. What you want to do is you want to like do it for them or walk them through the process, right? Like when we do PBS and we get people signed up for their PBS, we don't just say, okay, great, I'm going to send you a link and you can sign up for your PBS. And then we say, see you later, put up, and you hang up and then hope they do it. We don't do that, do we? We say, okay, pull it up. Let me walk you through it. Click on that. Are you going to do PayPal or are you going to do credit card? PayPal. Okay, great. Click on that. Okay, you should see this. Now fill this out. Do you have any questions? Great. Hit submit. Okay, I saw it come through. Great. You're gold, right? That's what we do. We want to make sure we go through the process with them so that we know it's finished, right? We've secured that appointment or that PBS, right? So that's the same thing with the charity auction. It's like you open up, you can send them a referral link and hope they do it or walk them through it. Or you can just pull up your own link on your, you can do it with an incognito window and you can just open it up and you can just say, okay, I got your name, Deborah Hayes, right? Okay, great. And do you have a website? Yeah, blah, 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 okay. And what's your email? Great. And I got your phone number because I'm talking to you, blah, 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 put that in. Okay, great. What's a good day and time? How about Tuesday? Can you do Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, 10:30. Good. As soon as you enter their information on the registration form, it's going to go to a calendar and you're going to be able to pop in that day and time and just confirm it with them. And then they're going to get an email from us that says, you are officially confirmed for this day, this time. You're going to get a call from Don, your consultant, and he's going to walk you through the process. Okay. So you put their name in, you put their email, you put their phone and website, and then you ask them a good day and time and make sure they'll honor the appointment. I always like to say, okay, I've got you set up for this day and that time. Now, is this a good appointment? Are you sure you can be there to answer the phone at that time? Because I don't want to, waste Don's time, right? So make sure it's a good appointment and then go from there. A few final thoughts. You don't need to know that much about your charity auction to set the appointment. You just need to know that they need money for their organization and you've got a way to help them do it through an online auction program. It's fantastic. People make 10, 20, 30 grand in a week on this thing, and you can say that with confidence because I showed you the testimonials right there. And would you be willing to talk to someone? No decision to make, right? You're just talking to someone to see if it's right for them. Right? You're helping them make money. Again, if you place yourself as the point of contact, you'll be responsible for marketing and the success of the auction. I'm not saying you can't do that. But this group, like, what I mean by that is, like, you're not going to run the auction for the organization. The only time I would say you can do that is if you're an integral part of the organization. So like if Rory is actually on the board of directors for the dance company that his daughter is part of, and he's like the treasurer, or he's the vice president of the board of directors, then I would say, yeah, you can kind of spearhead this because it's your organization and you're integrally part of it. But if you're not, if you're just referring them, you don't want to be responsible to run the auction because you don't have the time, and it'll take a lot of energy away from what you should be doing, right, with the business. And it's a lot of energy. The organization does that. That's what they do, is market their organization. You don't have time to do that. So don't put yourself as a point of contact. Make sure you get that development director, executive director, or whoever is the person responsible for the organization. And that's the point of contact that I'll be talking to. I will personally answer every single one of RRR's referrals within the system. We get referrals from all sorts of places, but these specifically I will answer, and I'll work with them directly. So there's millions. The goal is to set out, get 1 to 3 nonprofits a day, schedule appointments. There's millions of nonprofit organizations out there, and you only need 1 successful auction a month to cover all of your monthly expenses for RRR. Think about that for a second. We're talking 2%, right? So if you get a decent auction, that 2% could bring you like $200 for that auction. And we know that Rory tries to keep the cost of RRR to $200 ish or less if he can, right? I think it's 180 right now, something like that. So one good auction a month can cover all of your underlying costs for your PBS and for your FSN and for all that stuff, right? It's pretty awesome. So here's really quick. There's a couple more things I want to do, and then I'll have Rory if he wants to add to some of these things and go from there. But this scripting, the simplest is the highest, right? Doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to over information people. This is a really good, this kind of goes off what I told you about my wife getting a phone call. Like literally you can just call the organization and say, hi, this is Don. Do you ever do fundraising? It's like, I saw your organization. Do you ever do any fundraising? Well, of course we do, right? Everybody does. Every organization does fundraising. Okay. And sometimes they'll talk, right? Let them talk, because the more they talk, the smarter you are, right? The more they like you, so let them talk about the organization. If they want like share their heart about what they're doing for 10 minutes, just listen. Let them do it. Okay. And it's like, once they talk, just if they say no, get clarification, right? Maybe they just all 100% grants, right? Whatever. Move on to the next one. Once they say, oh yeah, we need fundraising. Hey, that's what we do. And we created an auction website at no cost for you to take a look at. Would you have 20 minutes next week for us to show you what we've created? There's no obligation for you to use it, but I think you like what you see. Very simple. They say, oh yeah, I could take 20 minutes. Great. Let me get your information real quick. What's a good day and time? You go through that calendar appointment, and then you put the link in, you just do it, book the appointment. And then you say, great, you're all set for Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Don will be the consultant calling you. You can say that because I'll be the one calling him. So just making sure this is a good appointment and you won't waste his time. Great. And that's it. That's how simple it is. So yes, do all of your ad posting, do your Facebook marketing and your whatever other social media you guys are working with, put some stuff in, use the graphics, use the memes, do all that, right? Consensus marketing. But don't be afraid. Just pick up the phone and call these places, because that one question you're going to get a yes answer to every single. This is like the easiest call you'll ever make. Hey, do you guys do fundraising? Of course we do. All the time, right? That's what you're going to get. Great. I got something that you might be interested in. Would you be willing to take 20 minutes and look at it? Yeah, sure. No problem. I would love to do that. There's no obligation. They're not like buying anything. You're not selling them anything. You're actually trying to help them. I'm trying to help you, right? I'm trying to help you raise money. Okay. And they all need to do it. So, last thing I'll talk about here is media kits. One of the things that we've been doing lately, and I mean, Rory might have some ideas of how, as the everyday, PBS editor, like how this might integrate into what you do. For me personally, because I'm consulting with the organization, and I started to put together some marketing tools for the organization. I'm like, well, I kind of had this like light bulb moment go on in my head because I was just creating all this stuff, material for them. I'm like, wait a minute, like, why am I not hosting that on my blog? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I like just give them all this stuff and not host on my blog? So instead, I put it on my blog and then I send them there so they can get the tools. So, like, for example, you guys can click on some of these examples, but I'll just throw one up here, like West Point Wrestling. These guys are having one like starting, I think next week is their auction. So I literally did West Point Community Wrestling Club auction media kit, and I put it together for them. I kind of talk about the auction. I gave them the registration page. I talk about the organization, and then I give them donation ideas. So I link it back to my donation ideas thing. And this is valid because you guys could actually take my auction donation ideas and you could make a post about that. So, or an ad or whatever, and just say, hey, are you a nonprofit? Like, do you want, and you're thinking about doing an auction? Here's a list of 200 incredible ideas of things you can get donated to your auction that you may not have thought about. And then, of course, on your auction donation idea page that you build, you can say, here's a link. If you don't have an auction or you're looking to get for someone that can help you host it, click here. And then it goes to your appointment setting page. So this is an idea of something you can use. So like all these tools, mine's going to be a little more robust because this is my company, but I think these are really good ideas for you. I created graphics specifically for the organization, right? Love using the AI for this kind of stuff. It's like, it knows what I want now. And so it builds them. I can say now build my 6 graphics and it builds it. I put their QR code in. I put quotes. I put best practices, taglines. I put social media posts because, and why do I have so many social media posts in here? Because Facebook does not like when you take the same thing, cut and paste it. You ever do that? And then all of a sudden it goes, hey, Rory, it looks like you're pasting the same thing over and over and over again. We don't like that. And so you're like, okay, fine. So you switch it up and do something different. So we take all that into consideration when they're marketing their auction. And so we give them like different wording so they can mix and match and they can take a graphic, a quote, a tagline, a social media post, and they can mix and match and put it on, the different things that they do. So anyway, I just wanted you guys to see that. And that's the last thing I have. I don't know, Rory, maybe you have some ideas of how the team can leverage their PBS to get more traffic with just articles.
Well, I mean, so first of all, there's a lot of directions we can go, and it's always good to kind of have a focus, do all this. So I think with what we've done today, you brought everything up on point. Before I talk about the articles, just remember getting it out there to the right people, and I'm going to call it rifling, right? So like what you saw, what I did on the Facebook group, that was me honing in, putting my scope on her, and rifling a shot of marketing to an individual that's an admin on a group that might fit. Okay, that's rifling. I'm not just broadcasting it out there. I'm not putting a big, huge post, even though I could. All right. And the other thing that I can do with this is I need to show you this. Mm-hmm. I didn't do it. And I realize that now. So hold on a second. Let me share my screen. I'm going to go back to Facebook. I'm going to go up here to my messages. And this is good. When I do something, I'm going to go back to my messages. And there's Debbie Shank. And I come here and I go right here. I'm going to do attach a file. And I'm going to go to my August 26th. And this is animal programs. And this is animal shelters, right? So animal programs. I'm just going to put that in there and send it. And that lets her know, like, oh, I'm a serious thing. I forgot to do that. That was like very, very important to do. Right? So if I go to another one, I'm gonna do another one. So let me go back up here. I'm gonna go animal shelters. I want a big group one, and it's gonna pull up by my area, right? So you're gonna see Florida because obviously, I'm out here in Orlando. But let me go down to see y'all. I'm looking for size, right? I don't want to. I'm gonna go for the bigger ones. They have a big audience. And these are all fine too, but like I'm looking for.
Are you in groups?
I'm
You're in pages, yeah.
I'm just in animal shelter. It comes up and it usually brings up groups. I'm in groups right now. Yeah, I could go.
Well, I'm just saying that because I like pages personally.
Oh, I can go look at pages.
Yeah, because pages, it's like this is the actual page for the organization, and you can kind of see if they have a lot of followers, then they're going to do really well marketing because they're going to market it through their page.
So I'm going to follow it. Click on it. Houston, Texas.
Again, make sure that you open it and then follow it.
Why?
Well, unfollow it. Click following and unfollow. Go down the bottom. Oh wait, yeah. Click follow. I'm this. Like click following.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, click following.
Yeah. Unfollow. Scroll down in there and unfollow. And then go back in and say follow.
I'm not getting the suggestion on that.
Oh, what the heck?
I just don't. I don't know why. So I get it when I do the other right way. I know what you're trying to do. But
yeah, I know.
so I come. Here's what I do. I go look at it. This is an hour ago. It's an active organization. If you come here and it's from like last year, don't even bother. Right? So I like this. They do fundraisers already. You can tell. That's a fundraiser thing. That's a fundraiser thing. Friends for Life Animal Shelter. It might already be in your system. I don't know, right? It's a big one. That's great. This is a great one. So I'm going to go look for the admin. And they're posting directly in. I can message. It's charity auction, right? Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's charity auction. And I'm going to put my image in. And I'm going to use the, this is an animal shelter, right? I use that one. And just post it. So this already makes me look a little more professional. I mean, we're all getting used to the AI ability stuff that's out there, but it's there. And then they click on it, and we have a page that goes to it, right? That's what I did, right? Now there's here, hey Rory, they have an automatic message. You need help? Go there. Urgent requests goes here. I'm grabbing this. Okay. Um, I'm going to probably make a template. So this is going to be, all right. I'm going to go ahead and make a template so I can use it. Right. And I'll just put, okay, I'm going to say that. This is my first just go at it. I am going to make this bold, blue, bullets. I am going to make this bold. And I'm going to make that a hyperlink and blue. And then I am going to add at the bottom of it, I'm going to center it. And see if I attach a file. Let's see if I can do that differently. I want the shelter one anyway. So I copied it, and then I'm going to go right here and I'm going to paste it. That's what I wanted to do. I want to minimize it. Hold on. Okay, it's best fit. That's fine. And I'm going to hyperlink it. Actually, I don't want to put too many links in there. I don't want to go to spam. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to hit my template. And save it. Save as draft as template. Save as new template. And save. So I got their email. I'm going to send this out, right? And just that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. I'm going to go to my Facebook group, new, create and share, email templates, sending to admin. All right, I got that as a template. So as I'm doing the work and I find something, I can just send that out there. Now I also got that image in there. Did that not copy over? Copy. I put that in there, and then obviously I'll send it. And if I do the template, I just want to see how that image works. It added to the template. I'm happy with that. I don't put a lot of images in there on the emails, but that one I am definitely going to. All right. So there, you guys saw that done. I'm gonna stop this as we're going through. Don, that's what I would have this do is just like we just do a couple things, get some activities going. We can always build more pages, do more articles, but I think the rifling approach with this project is going to be the most effective.
Yeah, I agree.
And I've watched you do it. You know, you got on that alignable, and you got how many freaking auctions did you get off that
group? I got 110 responses and a bunch of auctions.
So I mean, it's you guys. Everybody needs to bring money in. Every organization needs to raise money, and there's the right causes that you know that have the right type of an audience, and that's where you want to look at, right? It's just it's very effective for that direction. All right.
Can I say one more thing on that, Rory?
Of course.
On Facebook, the groups is a good place to do that kind of thing because you're not looking for a group that the nonprofit itself made necessarily. You're looking at like, well, let me share really quick. I'll show you what I've got here. So you guys can see my screen, my Facebook. This is like my charity auction Facebook. And I have like, look at these groups that I'm part of. Okay. Every one of these groups has people that are part of the group that have a nonprofit. So I'm not like going to a nonprofits group. I'm going to a group that says USA Veterans. Okay. 30,000 members, USA Veterans. You don't think if I go to that group, let's me just visit this group here, open this group in a new tab. If I just visit this group, 30,000, like, you know, I'm going to, paused. Well, maybe this is a bad example. This group is paused on May 5th, 2026. So something happened there. So maybe that's a bad example, but we can go back to another one and just look at it, right? Veteran to veteran. Let's do that one, view group. Open it up. 3.5 thousand members. Their last post was 2 days ago. Their stuff, right? So you don't think if I'm part of that group and I put a post on there asking if there's any nonprofits in the group or any organizations in the group that are looking to raise money, I'm going to get people like who in the group needs a fundraiser. That's exactly what I did on Alignable. That's, you know, why I mentioned this. It's like, I just said, who needs a fundraiser? And I got like, you know, and then I just said, okay, I'm direct messaging you. Okay, I'll contact you directly, you know, that kind of thing. And then I just contacted him directly and said, set up the appointment. So yeah, that's Pages is a great place to connect to individual groups. Facebook groups is a great place to find where those organizations gather. You know, like look at, these are all veterans ones, but I've got, you know, you get past here and I'm getting into all sorts of other stuff, right? You know, like I had volunteers. This is where I live. Volunteers, second act. That's, I know that one is. But anyway, you can see what I'm saying. It's like animals. There's an animal one, JRAAR Pet Pals. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to kind of share the two things there that I like to do.
It's amazing the ads I'm getting now for pets and pet projects, and
Of course.
I mean, it's, you know, that's just how the internet works now, right?
I mean, I would like to see a goal of like, okay, everybody has in this group has a goal of like, I'm going to get at least 1 or 2 auction appointments like this week. I mean, and that could equate to like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for the team, right?
Right.
Just like 1 or 2.
All right, so I'm going to pull up. Let's see. Close. We've got there's just awesome stuff happening, like with everything around. I'm just going to go in a segue here because we got about 15 minutes before we're getting ready for our BFA event. Hopefully everybody's invited their, re-invited their people this morning. You did your Friday stuff out there. I know that I have lots of the instructors that I'm working with directly that have been doing a great job inviting people to the BFA event that's coming on. You know, our job is to convey the message and connect, you know, a customer with a project, you know, a product, a service. This is connecting them with an amazing service to help raise money. You know, like I always say, like everything we have, you know, we get paid for the life of the account. Almost everything we do focuses on that. And the charity auction thing is just something that we can just, you know, I would recommend like set up a time that you just go rifling. Now you get someone of interest, you get them in there. It could be very, very worthwhile. It should be very, very worthwhile. But I'm also going to just bring something up, just full circle again, what Don said. Don gets this, right? Don understands how we market, the leverage, and he knows he's going to ask for referrals. You guys, those are tied to us. He understands that the value of a person isn't just who they are, but what they can bring you. Don, how many other fundraisers have you got connected with by just asking for another one?
Oh, thousands.
Because people have, birds of a feather flock together. Somebody that has a role to raise fundraising here is probably involved in other fundraising programs and projects that connect to it as well, right? Yes. So you never know where it's going to domino effect. You might refer in a small animal shelter, and that person happens to work for a big organization that does something else that comes in too. I promise you that, you guys, this is how things work, right? There's tiers of referrals. There's a domino effect, and we have a program that allows us to do that because Don gets it. The people that Don works with get it. All right, we're just trying to just fill this up there, get that word out there, and as great as a service as it is, nothing sells itself, and everybody understands that's involved here, and so we get rewarded very well for making that introduction, starting the domino.
And how many things do you present out there where you're actually giving them something for free that's going to get them thousands of dollars for the organization? Like, how many things out there are like that? Like,
well, you already know the answer, because competitively, almost any other program that does stuff, they have to come up with they have to pay to set things up.
Yeah.
They have to invest into it. You know that because you guys said, hey, we're going to eliminate this hurdle that everybody has by doing this, right? And so yeah, I think it's just great. It's just great. Okay, I'll put a call out to Niall. Now I'm taking a peanut butter cup, so I opened that box up. I'm gonna tell you why. You know, we're packing things up for a move, and in my storage, I have a cool storage. I actually have 2 other peanut butter cups.
Oh, good deal. Good deal. You're safe.
So I'm not taking the one I told you you're going to have. I'm taking this one, but I have another one for you. I actually have 2.
Fantastic.
They were literally behind some Zleam. I was hiding them.
You want Zleam or Plus? What do you want? What do you want?
Oh, so I bought a bunch of Plus, and I stocked up on these because I know we're segueing. There's some different products, but I'll get with you on that. Probably Zleam. I'm not going to run out of Zleam anytime really soon, but I mean, it's discontinued anyway. But I know. And by the way, guys, I cannot tell you that AM PM combination. That's something else we really should focus on with all our customers and members. Okay, I'm taking a brain. This may be my 3rd or 4th already today. I polished off an entire box of chocolate mint this week. Like, I opened it, I polished it off, and that's why I just opened into this one. I'm like, oh, I found those other ones, so I'm going to open these ones up because I'm out otherwise.
Chocolate is my favorite, but Dina likes the peanut butter. So
yeah,
Biome Plus, Zleam, whatever you want.
Yeah,
you can have peanut butter.
We'll see you soon enough. Well, not soon enough, but soon. I want some of that pizza and wings, so we got to get out there. All right.
Oh yeah.
So housekeeping, September 19th, right? I think we start at 3:00, or I put on there, we're doing a marathon, launching a whole new project. The charity auctions is tied to it. Everything we have is basically tied to it, right? We're circularly marketing. This is a very, very big project. Like, it's going to be overwhelming, which is fine. We're ready for it. Okay, I'm going to bring up a couple little highlights. Okay, new students. We are adding more new students than we have in months on a daily basis now. You guys all have access to the sheets. You guys all see what's going on. it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We are in a massive marketing, like everything's working like it should. So as far as the paid marketing goes, I'm wiring like 50, 60K a day on campaigns right now. We are spending big to feed the system. And I got to tell you guys, there's a madness to what we do on the marketing, and it's getting really fun. There's also some massive developments, especially like on our VIP side, and it's just exciting. You guys will be filled in as things progress. We are having an upcoming road event, like Eddie's and Rickards will be, probably getting a big, it might be a cargo van at this point. Wine is available still. I was just about to look in there. So let's just touch base on that. Wine orders are going to ship. They're temperature controlled. They should start going out next week. Next week. So you guys, I know you guys are already patient on that. There were some really hot index days, really hot, right? And there's still heat everywhere. So just put that out there. But if you haven't ordered wine yet, okay, you got to do it as a customer, right? So you got to log in as your customer. I'm going to share my screen. And if you don't have access to this, get with your instructor. If you're an instructor, you can modify your own and set things up. You're going to go to your customer account, which is RRR247CRM.com without the admin. That's for staff accounts. The customer account is RRR247CRM.com. Okay. Now I'm going to go here. I'll just log in as I log in. It's, a lot of you have the same email address that you have for your staff account. That should be it. And it should be the same password. You can modify it. The forgot password works. I'm going to hit login. Now we have like 30 cases that have been ordered, but not paid for. And if you have a problem doing it, you might just have to order again and we'll cancel out the other one. Okay. I'm going to say that. So some of you might have thought you ordered it. If it's not paid for, it's not ordered. And I know we had a lot of people holding their spot and then they went back and paid, but we have like 30 cases not paid for. Okay. So go back in, make sure, you can see there. Now, if you come in here, you can look at your invoices. Mine are all tests, so they'll say canceled. But you'll see if you paid for one. If you haven't, it's not paid for. Okay. And I don't care if we have to clean them all out. Just come in here and add one, right? Add to the cart. I'll hit checkout. Hit place order. All right. And there's the bill to and the address. That address is where it's going to go. If there's a problem with that address, we need to update it. It's on your customer account, but you can also do a notice. So I'm gonna put a spreadsheet together. We'll figure this out there. Obviously, anybody in Tennessee, where your orders are going to be delivered differently. We're going to have a drop-off point, or we're going to have a meeting. We're going to have a couple. We might have two. So we'll organize that. So there's enough orders in Tennessee that we can get there. So if you're in Tennessee, make sure your orders are in place and make sure address is there so we know where to coordinate for the meeting. All right. Everywhere else it's easy to get to, right? Florida, we're shipping Georgia. Tennessee, we have a lot, and we like Tennessee. It's time to get out there anyway. So we're going to do a road trip shortly, probably September. So we'll get notice out on that. I told you guys that there's enough orders there that we would do it. It's looking good. Okay. So that's that. You'll hit pay now. It's going to go through our Stripe account. It'll say Brain Food. It's going to be a Brain Food Academy. Or it'll say Brain Food. That's what it'll say on there. That should have came up already. Mine may not. That should be working. Let's see. Yep, it's going to go right to it, right? So it'll say Brain Food LLC. So when you see it on your credit card, you know it's right. That's what it is. It's the same that we do with the PBS Vortex. This is with shipping. Okay, shipping's $120 our cost, refrigerated shipping to send a heavy case of wine to your door, anywhere in the U.S. That's what we got, that we ship to, and $120 is shipping, and then $120 for wine, which is basically $10 a bottle. This is like, you guys, these are like $100 bottles of wine. You guys remember how we did this before? This is an amazing freaking value. If you've never tried our wines, this is a really good chance to do it, because you never know what the future is going to bring, and we're probably going to have other offers. We talked about this before. We're going to do special releases. This is Tanya and this is our personal storage. We were a little bit selfish on the amount we had, and we have a lot more than we're going to drink over the next couple of years, and we drink wine pretty regularly. So we're sharing. That's what it is. But you guys, the wines are freaking the amazing ones. All right. So I know there's some left because it let me pull that up there. Make sure you get your order in before it's gone. I'll come back to this. Let me stop my share. I'm going to go to content. We'll put that there. Tanya found another case of one of our we had it labeled as something else, and we might blend that in there. But let's just say somebody's already spoken for all the Linda Horn. That someone's already spoken for all the Donna's getting all of hers. There wasn't a lot left. We did a big, huge run of the Rick and Merlot because we loved it, and we didn't sell it. We kept it for us. We did the same thing with the Nile Eddy Pinot Noir. Our Pinot Noirs are freaking amazing, and what we put on our leader labels, right? So we have a lot of that we're going to share that we were hoarding. We were hoarding that. Okay, I don't feel bad because we were going through it, but I also, it just came time. It's like, hey, we can share this. We're not going to drink this in the next couple of years, and it needs to be consumed in the next couple of years. So we're definitely eating a loss to share with you guys, but we wanted, and also it's good to remember. It's a bit. I didn't realize how much time has gone by since we've been shipping out wine, so it's good to do that. All right. What else did I have? Okay. I'm going to go to the BFA event now. See you guys in 10 minutes. Make sure you guys are, you see your people come on there, be welcoming. I think our MSI is going to be busy. There is more and more things happening. So I'm going to leave the stream on YouTube going for the BFA event. So if you hear this is going to be a long recording on purpose. So I'm going to stop the recording here. Hold on. Let me put my content up. All right, I got to go do some cleanup. Let me get this started. BFA event. See you in 10 minutes. You want to do a mic check, Trisha?
Sure. Working?
That sounds good. All right.
Okay. See you soon.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Give me 1 second. We're going to get started today. All right. Give me one moment. We'll here, I'll put this back on here. We'll be right on. I'm going to try something really quick. All right. Let's get started on our BFA event. This is going to be 90 minutes. We go pretty much to the point. I'm just going to say this. We're going to go into this. It's going to be going through here. There's a lot of information that's going to be given to you, and there's going to be a lot of questions we're going to answer. But anything we don't answer, know that you can get that with your instructor or in the process that we were going to give you today. Also, we are used to dealing with people that haven't had the biggest hands up in life, and we get to help them here. But I'm going to tell you this. If anything we cover is something you can't do right now, don't leave. We're solution oriented. We probably already solved the problem. We just haven't got to the explanation yet, and we will in our presentation. So if anything's that you're like, oh, I can't do that, hang tight. Hang tight. We've solved every possible issue or that we can. You just got to know what it is, okay? And I know a lot of people aren't used to being somewhere where we're here to help everybody possible. That's who we are here, okay? So that being said, we're going to get started. It all starts with your instructor. No one can do this alone. I'm going to say that right now. This is one of those things. It does take a village to make the success happen. And that village starts with your one-on-one instructor. You're not alone. We're in this together. Guidance, support, success. And now you should already be connected with your one-on-one instructor. These are people that began in RRR247 just like you, looking for a solution. They found it and are now paying it forward with you. And they have full access to incredible resources to do it. If you are great, all right, you're feeling great, everything looks good, be sure to keep in contact with them during and after this BFA event so you are able to get off to a great start. You guys, getting started is the hardest part, right? Getting things set up, getting things going. So get with them for all that. They will help you as needed to get into the $750 a month stipend program. I helped 5 people this last week myself, okay? We will cover that here shortly, as well as into the ways we can create income every day together. If you do not have an instructor or do not know who your instructor is, then please chat with us here now so our MSI Master System instructors here with RRR247 can locate you in our system and get you connected with your instructor or get you assigned to an MSI today. We have an open door in our marketing, meaning we are marketing everywhere. We have a lot of people referring to us. I've been on podcasts. I've had a lot of things that, we're doing being put out there. We have some big organizations sharing us as a solution for people. So we have a lot of things that send people here, and we have a lot of marketing on, Meta, Facebook, Instagram. We're also, sharing it in the way that we do our stuff. We are marketers, so it's out there. So whatever brought you here, fantastic. We want to make sure we get you connected and all set to go forward with all the awesome and amazing solutions that we are about to show you here today. And all in all, just know we got your back. This is such an amazing organization. And I'm going to explain it to you, but I think that's, and that's what this is really about, is so you can actually see it. So let's go over our agenda for today. So first, we're going to go over our background and why we can offer this incredible opportunity to you. All right. And then we're going to, this is this is important, right? For you to understand. No one has what we have here. There's nothing like us. I can't say you're like ABC, right? We are very unique in what we offer, and it's amazing. And because there is nothing else like us, we are excited to share this with you and your family today. This is about how you can not only start with a $750 a month income, but how you can create income every day. Then we're going to go into an introduction on and get you in the process started today with our IBO program. That allows us to give you $750 a month in a stipend payment. This is income to you. And how $750 a month allows us to work with you to create even more income. Third, we're going to go into our training platform, which is a learning management system and how it works in connection with your one-on-one instructor and your leadership team to guide you from start to growth. All right. Then we're going to go into an overview of the performance blogging system and how the businesses combined into the PBS system allow for creating income, an explanation in circular marketing to create multiple streams of income. Okay. So we are an organization that does marketing, and you know, marketing is freedom. And if you know how to utilize it and you have the right tools and technologies, you can create income every second of the day. Then we're going to go into a recap where we're going to get your stipend of $750 a month started, get you positioned to learn and earn with our proven circular marketing process to create not just one income, but several incomes, and how the sky is the limit when we work the PBS system and all the components together. All right. So I'm going to go right into our timeline. I just want you to know, we didn't get here overnight. This is not like an instant thing. We're going out there. It's not a flash thing. There's been decades of work to get this far. Okay. In 1989 through 1994, I was doing advertising and marketing with direct mail, magazine, newspaper, you know, those tiny little ads and classifieds to full page ads, half page ads, all of that was being done. And I worked with very large clients and organizations. And I'm going to stress large clients we still work with through today. Organizations, you're going to see a change, okay, as I go through the timeline. So in 94 until present day and ongoing, online marketing. So I got into online marketing in 94. This was immediate, right? No delays, no printing times or delivery and response times. And, you know, I was working with large clients and organizations, and it was working so well from 94 to 97. By 97, we stopped doing all direct mail, all magazine, all newspaper advertising completely. It just wasn't cost effective or timely. Like, the internet was everything. You know, more and more people were on, you know, everything went online, was going online. And I was working with large clients and contracted organizations. Okay. 97 is also when 1997, last century. That's also when I began blogging and creating content marketing online. This was the beginning development of what is the performance blogging system, or PBS for short. Get used to that acronym. And again, working with large clients and contracted organizations. I am the father of performance blogging. I created it. Okay. And I created the performance blogging system to allow anyone to do what I do to get what I get. All right. You're going to learn about that as we get going. That is the technology piece that ties all of this stuff together. And it's been proven to last day in, day out for decades now. Okay. In 2007, the performance blogging system, or PBS, was created by me. And again, this happened. There's a, you know, so a decade of stuff was happening before that, but then massive changes happened with Google on how they work with organic search and the ability to add keywords to folders and not just being subject to a single domain. And this created unlimited potential for keywords and content on a single URL, or, you know, like we call it the PBS. A website, one URL could do everything instead of only one thing. And it was now a reality. And so this began a whole direction of the performance blogging and the performance blogging system back in 2007. And again, I was working with large clients and contracted organizations, big organizations. Okay. Now I'm going to go, that was continuing, that was going on. Now the PBS, I was using that for me as a marketer. Then in 2008, a bunch of things happened. Okay. And in that, Tanya and I created the RRR247 program, my wife and I, and we did this driving the performance blogging system because I already knew what this would do. I knew I could teach anybody how to make money online like I was. So the idea was I wanted to help the single mother of 3 kids. If I could help her, I could help anyone. And that's what really, you know, was my big focal point. I know that we were so blessed, Tanya and I, to be able to raise 7 kids, 6 boys, 1 girl, be there for all the sporting events, be there to help coach and participate in the schools because of what this system created, because of what we were able to do from this industry and everything that's tied to it. We've had an amazing life, you guys, and I've been super blessed. I've traveled the world times and times over. I've got relationships all over, all because of what you're about to see, what's put together. And now, in 2008, because of what happened with Google and the changes, and because of what I've been doing for the decades before, the performance blogging system was available to give to anyone to teach them how to make money online and create a way where they could raise their kids from home and have the lifestyle that they've dreamed of. It's all possible with what we do here. 2008, we're going forward, you guys, again, a lot of learning, right? Not everybody even, understood what the internet was going to do. There's a lot of things going on. We're teaching, you're seeing a lot of time in there. And in 2015, we added the IBO process to RRR247. And it was in the early stages of solving what was becoming huge in years to come, right? And we knew it. And this was something I did for my large clients. And it was very niche-y. Only a few were able to participate. It was the demand was just beginning. And this also began our understanding of what this was going to do in the future as things were progressing. More and more things going online, less and less going to stores to buy things. It's just cheaper, better, faster, a lot of cases, to just order online. You go to the store, you're up to what they have access to. You have a way bigger inventory online, especially today. But we knew this was coming, and you can see where it was going. We started in 2015. And I'm putting that out there because, we're talking over 11 years ago that we added it to the RRR247 platform. We've had time to fine tune, perfect, correct, make it better, right? In 2017, with the right leadership and teams in place. So, you're talking 9 years from start to a critical point. We were creating the massive results in marketing. And we were proving out that consensus marketing, teamwork, and focusing on products that people love, want, and desire would grow into success. It was proven. Okay. And I like to point this out there. In 2017 is when this actually became a project for Tanya and I that was not needing us to put money in. We put millions in every year from 2008 to 2017. And in 2017, first quarter of 2017, we hit break even. Big celebration time. It takes a long time to build something big. A lot of money, a lot of resources. And we had been blessed in our line of work and the stuff we did for the marketing to allow us to be able to do that. Well, other things were happening that made that success happen with the large clients. And that is when we really upped the IBO program in 2018, and the IBO process started growing in needs for large advertising clients. Okay, so we've been utilizing the IBO process as far back as 2002. That's when we first started doing it. It was very small. I put family and friends in, only ran out of Utah, and then 2015 we added it. We started doing we have a very small window of opportunity. 2018, it got big. Okay. And it was, we had this exclusivity to create and allow win-win scenario to help families to have extra funds to grow their PBS and their RRR247 businesses. And in 2018, the amount that we could pay increased. Everything changed in 2018 for that. And I'm going to go to the next timeline page here. 2018 is also, things are going bigger. We're making far more money with our big clients. Everything is going that direction. And Tanya and I started to pay for the marketing for everybody. So let me just segue for a business to be successful. Even your little business online versus even a big business, it takes money to make money. And the number one reason why businesses fail, and the main reason why businesses fail, isn't because they have a bad product or a bad service. Usually they're great. It's just you've got to get the word out there, right? Nothing sells itself. That's the law of marketing. And, and even that being said, word of mouth takes longer, and it's effective, but no business is successful on family and friends. They just aren't. All right. McDonald's is like literally on every corner, right? And they spend $1 million to $1.5 million every single day to market. It takes money to make money. And this is one of the things that we went out there. I talk about we wanted to help the single mother with 3 kids. They don't have funds to market. Our large clients, they have tens of thousands, sometimes millions a month to market. That's a different story. They have the means to do it. That's why they're successful and they can reinvest into it. And when we start working with the organizations, that's what they needed. When we started RRR247, we were teaching people how to make things work with very small budgets to marketing. And then starting in 2018, we did the impossible. Tanny and I figured out how to use our philanthropy, take the success we're having in all of our relationships, and create a path to create marketing that we could pay for. So we could fund everybody's marketing. And if we fund their marketing, we get rid of those reasons for failure. So in order to succeed in business, you got to have a solution. You need to know the knowledge, the know-how, right? How it works and how to apply it in marketing, but you also need capital. We love capitalism, right? But you don't get to participate in the ism if you don't have the capital. And so if we could fund the capital, now we got rid of every reason for failure other than people quitting. So if you show up and do what we teach you to do, you can do what Rory does and get what Rory gets, because there's 2 differences between me and you. One, I've done this longer. All right. And I'm sharing that experience with you. Like, it took me decades to figure this out. You're going to learn how to do it in a matter of weeks. The second thing is, nobody pays for my marketing, but we pay for yours. And the way the resources work with it, and the way this is set up and designed, we make money when you make money. Your instructor makes money when you make money. The team makes money when you make money. Everybody's in it to win it together. And that's not just the beginning to make you feel good. It's forever. This is how we work. This is a big, amazing community that grows up together. So Tanny and I did this. So basically explain, this means free leads. Like, you don't need to spend money in marketing. Like, to build something big, you might need to spend 5, 10, 20 grand a month. Guess what? We fund all that. The more you want to take advantage of this and grow this, we fund it for you. It's a big deal. No one else in the world does it. Nobody. But we knew if we wanted to help people really succeed, we needed to solve the number 1 failure problem, which is knowledge, know-how, and capital. Mainly the capital. If you got capital, you can fumble your way through to get the knowledge and know-how. But we give you the knowledge. We give you the know-how. And because we know it works, we actually do what we say. We actually make money because we sell products and services. That's the biggest thing here ever. I'm going to segue for 1 second. There are a lot of programs out there, and people look for, how to make money, do all this. Almost everything out there is like a coaching or something where they teach you how it may or may not work, or what it worked before. You're paying for knowledge, but no one's holding your hand to get you to do it. That is what we do here. We already have it proven, and we get to just guide you through it. And not only is it proven, think about this. You don't pay our instructors to train you. Do you think they'd give you all this time and energy if it didn't work? No. But we know that if it's as good as we say it is, and it is, then we should invest our time, our money, our resources with you. And then on top of that, Tanny and I fund your marketing. If you get involved with us here, the only way it's not going to work is if you don't do the work and you quit on yourself. You show up, even if you show up and do it wrong, we're going to be there to guide you through it. Nothing we do is life or death. You can mess up. We're okay with that. We're going to get you to be better at it. And we have, you're going to see later in the presentation, we have skill sets we're going to teach you. Once you learn those, we taught you how to fish. All right, let me continue on the timeline here. You guys, this whole thing that happened in 2018 was a big change, right? We could grow, and we started really growing. In 2021, my book was finished, Marketing is Freedom. You're going to get access to that if you haven't already. It'll be in the LMS. Your instructor will get it to you. It is required reading. This is a user guide for what we do. It's got a lot of the the jargon we use. It explains a lot of things, and it's all about marketing. I always tell everybody, I promise you it's entertaining. You're going to get access to the ebook, the audiobook, and if you want the hard copy, they'll get you access to that as well. This is decades of experience put into writing, but it is the definite user guide for what we do. In 2024, April 20th, so 4/20 of 24, we launched the RRR247 CRM. This was a very big event for us. This technology piece transforms the ability to utilize paid marketing with SMS and calls to further grow and support the RRR247 community. It also created far more abilities for creating circular marketing and success online for the RRR247 marketing family with our PBSs and everything else. It is such an important piece. And also, when we built it, we eliminated huge overheads that were created for us to do this job at a big level, and eliminated it and reduced it. And then we also made it a revenue share program. So we took our biggest cost and turned it into a revenue share. Like it's an awesome, thing that we did. And it's impressive. And you'll get into that in the training. Freaking amazing. 2025, the IBO was updated with larger focus for the pending futures and online e-commerce. So let me explain something. So I'm going back to the IBO process. We're going to go to a video on this in a second. The IBO program is freaking amazing. We've paid out over $28 million to our community. I know it's way higher than that. We're paying out every freaking month. This program allows us to really change things because, before, even in 2018, we couldn't just put everybody in it. We had a limited, supply. A lot of times people had to wait in line. Today, it is massive. That solution is now mainstream. It's not just niche. With the way the internet's going and the way e-commerce is going online, we are the solution a lot of people need. In fact, if you're on like any type of social media and you're seeing products offered, a lot of those products utilize our services in the IBO. It's big, and it's vast, and it's millions and millions of dollars a month. We're going to cover more of that stuff here soon, but I'll just go here and finish this. We're in 2026. All things RRR247 are amazing. Okay. I mean, everything we do, everything we know that's proven and deliverable, we're cranking on it. All right. Now the IBO alone is set to add hundreds of families to this program monthly. All right. We are in an amazing marketing role. We're able to invest in ourselves. The paid marketing is going really well, and we're able to grow this stuff. Everything's amazing here. Now I'm just going to go on, and I'm going to go into this timeline overview sheet. And I just want everybody to just realize we didn't start this yesterday. This has been going on for decades. There's a reason we can offer what we have, because we had a vision to build it, and everything to that vision has been built. Now we're just getting bigger and bigger, and we've been adding more and more things. This is just the surface to get people going. And then once you get connected with our trainings, there's even more. All right. Now I'm going to bring on this video. I'm going to tell you this really quick. Let me close that for a second. I can look at you. I'm going to bring on Trisha here soon after this video. Trisha is going to come on and talk to you guys. Trisha runs this division. Now you're going to watch this video. It's going to tell you that Jim's behind it. He is. But this got so big. We partnered with Trisha. We met her along the way, and it's been an amazing partnership. She runs the entire division that you're about to see that runs all the IBOs. She's going to come on here and talk. She's here every Saturday, unless we have a family of life event happening, like, she becomes a new grandma, stuff like that, or another grandma. She's, again. But I'm going to tell you guys, she gets every aspect of what we do at RRR247, but she's one of us, in the leadership that solves problems. So we're going to go into things. You need to hear from her, because anything that says, oh, I can't do that, she's probably got the solution. So bear with us. Next, she runs this whole thing. She has a brilliant team behind it. We used to do this once a month. Then we went every other week. Now we do it every week because we have such a need for this, and we're adding new students every single day. And we're getting that opportunity to it. And I'm going to state it right now. This need is so big. Our students are able to bring in their family and friends into this program as it fits. And just know we're there to support that, even with private calls or things that you can do with Trisha. I'm putting that out here now so you can be thinking about it. So when you see this presentation and what it can do for you, we want to help your family. Our biggest reach right now is, I think, 20 individuals in one family that's part of this. Big family, and you times that by 750, right? That's 15 grand a month that's coming in from this program to help that overall family. That's enough money for a vacation for everybody, right? I mean, this is real. So we're going to go over a lot of details here, and you're going to have a lot of things explained. And if anything we don't cover, you're going to have time to have a one-on-one time to cover that. But as I go into here, just keep this in mind, okay? I'm going to say it once. We might repeat ourselves. The video has great stuff in it, but some things have been updated. So I think I say 24 to 68 or something. It's 21 to 69. There's an age thing, and it'll explain why. That's one thing. And there's other programs we have. So like if you're under 21, we have some of those, and you're over 69, we have other programs to help you with income. I know that there's nothing like this out there, so I'm going to just segue for a second and tell you we are different, we are unique, but it didn't happen overnight. We solve problems, right? That's what marketing is, right? It's the conveyance of an idea, but it's also solving the biggest problems are connecting a customer with a product or service. If a business doesn't have a customer, it doesn't have a business. So when you're solving problems, usually you get paid very well for doing so. And we do it in big scale. And some of those things, such as this IBO, that big scale allows us to help individuals that are part of our RRR247 family receive compensation. And that's the programs we get to share. We have other programs. So if you're over the age of 69 or you're under 21 or you're not able to participate in this yet, just know we have other things. If you want a solution to create income, you want to be part and you want to learn how to make money that can help you today, tomorrow, in the future, you're in the right place. Take it in, open mind, be ready. All right. I talk about a 620 credit score. You're going to hear this. Okay. We actually need it to be 650. But if you're not at 650 and if you're in the realm of 600, we have ways to increase that. So just hang tight, listen, get all the information, and definitely hear from Trisha after this video. Okay. Next thing, maybe you don't know how to run a business or you've never had a website or anything like that before. We get to teach you all this stuff, but we've made things so freaking simple and easy here. Just have some patience, open mind, and realize you just found a solution. What you didn't find is something you got to spend all this money to get going. It's not like that. We actually make money because we sell products and services. We do such a good job of that. We found solutions that helped us give benefit to the community so that people could be earning money while they're learning how to make money and do what we do. Yeah, it's that awesome. Stay tuned. Here's this video, and then I'll come back on and we'll bring Trisha on to cover this process and we'll get things started. Okay, before I start, I'm going to take a brain. Gosh, I love this. This is my second today. Under the tongue, 10 seconds. I found that it kicks in quicker. That chocolate sea salt, it's still my absolute favorite. They come out with some seasonal ones. Anyway, I can't even talk about those products enough. Okay, so IBL program. I'm going to tell you, not everybody qualifies for it, and it's another thing where marketing solves a problem, and if you solve a problem, you should get paid for it, right? And this is something I want to give some background for. I've been involved in this process for well over 17 years now, and the first time we solved it, and it was coming up with a solution to a problem. And now, about 3.5 years ago, we added it to the students here at RRR247. It's literally blessed thousands of people now. In a recent snapshot, and I'm sure it'll be more by the time you see this video, but it paid out $250,000 to our students in a month, right? That's a big blessing. Think of that, right? To help our students, right? And that's income on top of everything else we're making in the whole world of performance blogging. This is something that I got to bring to the table that my company's created, and it's very important. And I'll tell you right off the bat, Jim Frankowiak, he's Tanya and I, he's our attorney since '94. Jim is the business attorney here, and he stands behind every one of these we get set up. I have him oversee it. It's his main role here is to make sure that this IBO program is processed properly. It's dealing with banks. There's things that could go wrong, and if they do, he's on there to make sure it's fixed right away. Okay, and he oversees every application, and we deal with attorneys, accountants. It's done extremely legit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how we solved the problem and where the problem came from that we solved. Okay, so we deal in marketing, right? And that's how we build all this stuff up in the first place. And in the world of online marketing, it's fun, right? Maybe you've seen ads or commercials where they show like a website with 0 sales and all of a sudden it has thousands of sales, right? And that can work with the right thing, right? It's it takes money to make that happen, paid marketing to make that happen. It just doesn't virally happen like that otherwise. Nothing sells itself. Remember that? Nothing sells itself. Okay, so that's why we have to market the way we do, to bring people into our systems and then let the marketing happen. We have to market marketing. Okay, so in the IBO program, that stands for Independent Business Office, where the problem is solving a big problem for a big commerce need. So I'm going to talk about this. We have big clients. These are usually big corporations, funds, hedge funds that back it up. They're looking for ways to grow income based on businesses and buying businesses. And online, there's very awesome products to sell. And one of those examples would be skin cream. This is a high-end skin cream, anti-wrinkle, anti-aging, very similar to products like we sell on our blogging systems, right? Kind of like the youth, all right? And however, these are high-end, right, as well. And these are, these companies have their own ingredients. They've got their own, formulators that create this incredible cream with incredible ingredients. And I kind of find it funny. I'll segue for a second. Is the ingredients are all that matters. That the actual cream, right? That's what you're buying to apply on your face to get the results you want. Yet, I won't buy that if it's in a clear container that's airtight and everything. That's maybe costs 50 cents because it looks cheap. How can that great stuff be in a cheap thing? If for me to spend the money, I gotta see this glorious weighted glass jar, right? That has a lid that screws off and it feels like $1 million. And that drives the cost of the goods up. But we're trained that if to spend our money, it's got to feel like it. It's crazy, right? And I bring that up there because it's one of the things that has to happen. So these companies have a starting balance to get their business going in this aspect of $5 to $10 million. Okay, the reason being is they got to produce a lot of the product, carry huge inventories to make this work, and it's also a very high volume, low margin business. We can't just sell 20 a day. We'll lose. We can't make the marketing work. We have to do massive marketing, massive media buys, be in front of the right people in the right areas in mass to make thousands of sales happen a day to make the economics work. So we have to sell thousands a day or it doesn't work. Okay, and that's not the problem. We can do it. We got to figure it out. All right, doing it for 17 years. Now, the product has to be made. Now, in order to get the cost of goods down on those heavy glass jars, they got to get like 1 million of those units created. Gold foil, all this nice little wrapping and logos on it, and then the actual cream inside, right? Which is the actual product that works. But sometimes the cost of goods is more in that bottle. Crazy. So anyway, packaging's done, 1 million units, right? That means that we got to sell those within a year because they have like a 2-year shelf life. If we're not selling them within a year, we got to throw them away. So that's a problem, but we don't have that problem. We're going to sell 1 million. We know how to do it, okay? So we have to sell at least 1,000. So to keep math easy, let's say they're $100 an item, right? And we're going to sell 1,000 a day, $100,000 a day. Times 30 days in a month is $3 million, okay? Now, these are products that people buy month 1, month 2, month 3, and there's a drop off. So 60% of those that buy in month 1 buy month 2. And then 60% that bought in month 2 and the reorders from month 1 buy the next month. So what we're talking about is merchant processing. So in order to process 3 million, I need the bank to give me 3 million in processing for month 1, but I'm going to need 5 million month 2, 7 million month 3, because I'm going to constantly do new sales plus have the residual sales coming in, the reorders. Make sense? Okay, it should. Okay. So the problem is even though we have a track history of doing this for 17 years, even 17 years ago we had this problem, but even though we have that track history, Visa, MasterCard regulations with the bank that's issuing the merchant account won't allow them to get the risk of merchanting to a new business because they want to see traditional growths where you start out selling a few hundred items and it starts growing gradually. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see these big growth spikes and constant things. They don't feel comfortable giving that much risk to an entity. So years ago, 17 years ago, got together with attorneys, reading the contracts, the Visa MasterCard regulations, and they know contract law. And looking at contract law, we got accountants together to come with a program that we could pitch to the banks to get them on board to see if this would be a solution to this problem. Because if we can't merchant, we can't sell. There's no business. The business dies, right? It's the Achilles heel. If you don't have a way to take people's money, you can't sell and deliver goods, and then you don't have a business. And we can't just sell a few. It doesn't work. And the economics don't work. We have to sell thousands a day, right? So What we did is we got together, looked at the paperwork, and we did, by contractual law, daisy chain business together as an independent business office. So, and we presented it to the banks, and they went with it. The same banks that said no on one account liked this option because it gave them what they needed to meet the requirements and spread the risk out. And we have a steady, solid, amazing track history of doing so. Well, it created an opportunity for the right people. 17 years ago, I just did it for my family and friends. I helped 24 people create extra income for doing this. It helped pay off everything but like their homes. It was amazing, okay? Now, I'm going to say this. It's not a forever thing, all right? There's things that can go wrong, and that's why we put guarantees, and I'm going to explain that. But where the problem is we can't get all the things on once. We have to daisy chain it. So we create independent business offices. We set things up all legitimately through CPAs and accountants. Entities are formed where the business office individual steps forward, becomes on the entities. Bank accounts are set up. It doesn't cost a single dime, and you're indemnified in the whole process. So as long as you don't do anything unethical, you have no risk. However, you get something to gain, right? You're facilitating something. It's going to take a little bit of time to get set up, a couple months, and then there's about 10 minutes of a month of reporting that you've got to do to submit on what's going on in the bank statements and so forth, so that everybody's numbers are accounting right. That's it. And for doing so, you get paid as a partner in this $750 a month, regardless of profits, for a minimum of 6 months. So no matter what happens, once it starts, you're guaranteed to get paid out $750 a month for a minimum of 6 months. We've had some going over 3 years. We've had some go a year. We've had some go 10 months. And that's why I tell everybody, don't go bank on it. Don't go buy a house or a car based on this. It's bridge money to me. It's a gift I'm giving you. You have 6 months of money coming in. $750 is a lot of money to start out with for this. And the reason why we wanted it to be $750, used to average about $250, but $750 is a magical number. It covers your overhead for everything we're doing in the PBS, and $500, which in most cases means mom can stay home with the kids. See, if you're a stay-home mom and you go to work and you got to put kids in daycare, you better be making $20 an hour or more, or else you're not going to bring any money home. If you're making $15 an hour, you basically break even by the time you add up what it costs for wear and tear on your car, gas, extra meals, the coffees, childcare, and all the other stuff that you need to have cost-wise. Not to mention you gave up your time, and you're not there to raise your kid. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't. You add it up. You got to be making incredible money, or it doesn't make sense. And so this gives a way for you not to have extra expenses other than what's covered there. You're going to be bringing a net $500 into the family for 6 months while you build up your PBS business. So you're doing the anchors with us. We're leveraging you into this, and we give you a slot in here, right? Our VIPs get preferential treatment. They go right above the list. Our standard students go behind there, and you'll notice we always have pretty much, I'm sure there's occupancy, and you might have to wait a little bit for a space, but get in line. And it doesn't cost anything to apply for this. It doesn't cost you anything, but there are some stipulations, I guess, or requirements. You got to be above the age of 24 and below the age of 70. It's not age discrimination. It's just the banks have their certain things on what they want to risk and everything else on there, and it's up to them. There's nothing in writing on that, but I'm just going to tell you what we've seen. All right, so over 24, under 70. You need a credit score of 620 or better, no felonies, and no bankruptcies. And if your bankruptcy's been discharged because it's over 5 years, that means it doesn't exist. That means no bankruptcies. But if you're currently in a bankruptcy, you can't do it yet. Okay? The other thing is you've got to be a tax filing citizen. So you got to have at least your last 2 years of taxes, and they'll help you with the documentation. If that fits, apply in there. You'll do a pre-approval process and go through. And if it's something you can't quite qualify for, as soon as you can, you can. This isn't you do it now or you lose your opportunity. It's something we're generating the need for all the time. But we do have a list of priority based on time in, and VIPs get first choice or preferential treatment because they came in the VIP program, and then our standard students, you're just in line after that, and then instructors obviously are at the top. We take care of our instructors because they are paying it forward better than anybody. And you're going to be set up with a handler. The handler is going to handle your account in case there's any issues, but if there is an issue above that, you go right to our attorney, Jim. We get right on it. It's something we take it at heart. You know, we're dealing with finances and things on there. We just want to make sure everybody knows we've got your back on this. And this is something that's allowed us to help people succeed when they couldn't before. Sometimes you get here, your back is against the wall. You should have came here a year ago. This is extra money that can really help things out. It can take some pressure off. It can help save homes. It can help save marriages from that pressure. And we want to give that to you. So, you know, if you think you qualify for it, apply. If you're not ready for it yet, they can tell you to try back in 3 months or 6 months. And this enables us to make you stronger as a partner with us to do the work. And we know that if we can get you to not have to have that third job or get rid of that second job or allow mom to actually bring some money in to give her time to do this and get the support of her spouse while she's working on her PBS, we all win from this. It's a win-win scenario. But, you know, if you think you'll qualify for it, do it. I recommend this for everybody, okay? It's an amazing solution. It's an amazing gift. I always tell people it's the freest money. It's real. All right, but you're solving a problem. It's a win-win scenario. You're getting paid very well for doing so. I'll talk to you in the next training, and keep going. It's gonna get awesome. Welcome. God bless. Okay, that's a lot to take in. This program is freaking phenomenal. Trisha, I'm gonna have to come on right now and just kind of walk things through here. Let me give you some background. Trisha's been that large advertising client that we would work with. She's been there, so she understands all of that. She also understands all the accounting side. She's an accountant, okay? And I'm going to tell you that all the accounting that needs to happen with this is so organized, right? It is 1099 income, or actually, it's self-employed income. Like, you guys are going to get the proper paperwork to file for taxes. It's $750 a month, but it's income that you can offset against your expenses. I'll let Trisha go into all this because she knows this inside and out, and she's also there along the way. So if you had a question, you always are able to text her, and we'll make sure you guys have her number here shortly. So before I give you how to fill this out and get going, I want Trisha to come on here, and you guys, she runs this so tight. She's a control freak like me. I love it. She knows and has it all organized, but it needs to be that way. Now, I'm going to tell everybody, we talk about 6-month guarantee. The reason why that's there, again, is some things might go wrong. Like, the products might not sell anymore, or they might become out of favor and it just doesn't work, or they've got to change their direction. And you guys, when we get these merchant accounts set up, they're for a specific product. So if we change from one product to another product, we got to close it down and get another one going, or that maintains and goes on. There's different scenarios, okay? What Trisha's really, really good at is we wind things down the right way. There's going to be a waiting period for everything to clean up and all the transactions to be handled and all that stuff. Then she's able to wind people up if things are done properly. Again, we have some of our members here in their 4th IBO program. So yeah, it might wind down and get going. And I tell everybody, do not bank on it as this is bridge money. Get the other things going that we have going on. You can make $500 to $1,000 a week doing the other stuff we do. You can make $500 to $1,000 a day doing the other stuff we do. You just got is learning it, applying it, and doing the work, right? And working the way that we work together. We're going to cover that today. So anyway, Trisha, if you could come on, explain the things like we usually do, and fill in the gaps that I'm sure I missed.
Sure. First of all, thank you everyone for joining us. The video explains a lot of it. Things are changing. You know, Rory mentioned, why are we so high in demand? And that's the number one question I get from a lot of people. And that's because the world is changing. The basic premise of the program is that we work with successful advertisers that need to expand their business. And they can get merchant accounts on their own, and they have, but now they want to grow and develop and need more what we call purchasing power. So it's all about setting up merchant accounts, getting approved by the bank, as Rory mentioned, and allowing these advertisers to partner with you to grow their business. And the reason why we're in such high demand right now is because everybody is selling things online now. You know, 10, 15 years ago, it was really all just the health and wellness and maybe skincare space. But now some of our clients include pet insurance companies, pet supply. We have a Bible study app that is one of our clients now. We have everything from that. We still have some health and wellness, skincare type products, but everything from insurance companies to software companies, AI companies that have come to utilize our services. And that's why we're in such high demand. We're very selective of who we work with from the advertiser side and the reseller side. When we started this program about a year ago, the demand was not as high as it is today. That's two things that created. That created the ability for us to open this up to friends and families, because helping your family is helping you as one of our students. And it also gave us the ability to be a lot more selective. We turn away a lot of advertisers. Some of them don't want to follow our compliance rules, don't want to work within what we call our own controlled environment to protect everybody, which is with our banks, with our merchant account processing banks. So working through the system that we have developed over the last year. And so we do a lot of screening of the advertisers and the IBOs as well. Again, what Rory mentioned is, when we go through, Rory's going to go through how you create the form, how you do an interest inquiry, which is basically what it is, that you're interested in learning more about the IBO program. Part of that is we send you to our secure website. We had to secure that because our competitors were trying to take some of our intellectual property, and this is an exclusive program for our students. And so when you go through that process, there's a very short, takes 2-3 minutes to answer, just 6 statements to see if you would qualify for the program or not. At the end of that survey, there's a link directly to my calendar. We have now 6 people on our support team that are helping us to manage this program, but I personally get on the phone with each and every person who's interested in our program. And the reason why we do that is we want to make sure you understand the elements of this program, and we want to make sure that it's a good fit for you and us. If at the end of that call you say, yes, this is something I'm interested, I want to move forward, then we help you every step of the way. Our support team helps you through everything to get qualified for merchant accounts and to also to start being engaged with an advertiser. So it's not, speak now or forever hold your peace on what we call the assessment call. It's really to get the information to make the best decision for you. Rory also mentioned that our age now is 21 to 69 years of age. These are all bank requirements. They're not specifically our rules. And so we are preparing for merchant account applications with the processing banks, and we know what their requirements are. So there's certain things we can help you with, such as Rory mentioned, the credit scores. We've been very successful of helping people increase their credit scores. We have a 4-tier kind of credit recovery program that we work with. The first 3 tiers are absolutely free. We haven't had to go to the 4th tier yet. We've been able to increase everybody's credit score to above 650 who's interested in the program with a free element. So do not get discouraged if at this point in time you do not qualify. I think it's worth the time to reach out and to learn about the program. And also, I do tell students, since this is there's more to RRR than just the IBO program. Even if you're not interested in the IBO program, some of the tools that we have in place that are free through Experian.com are things that I think everybody should be doing. Having a good credit score helps you with everything in life. So we are not just saying, you have to be in our program to monopolize or to utilize some of our tools. We're here to help everybody in the community with every element of the program. Friends and family, I mentioned that. The rule is 1 per household. So when we say friends and family, they cannot live in the same house as you, but we have many students that have adult children that live out of the house, or even students away at college that live at college and have a different address, so they're legally not within the same household. And we're able to help and extend the abundance to family members through things like that. So, Rory, I don't know if I missed anything else. Really the assessment call is just really information gathering. It's no commitment. We don't ask for any type of a commitment till we're sure that you're going to qualify for the program. And then that's when we start putting some contracts in place to make sure that we're protecting everybody within the program.
All right. I'm going to reiterate, you have solutions for fixing people's credit, and you've got 4 different levels of it now, right?
Yes, we do. And we've never had the 4th cost a slight fee. Sometimes we've even had people that we've spoken to that are very interested. We really want to help people who want to change their lives. And so there was one individual who we thought was going to have to go to the 4th level. And, we were talking with them about being able, I'm just going to say, to pay for that service for them. It's worth it for us. It's not a lot of money, and it's worth it to be able to help the community, but we haven't had to go there yet. The first 3 tiers have gotten everybody above 650 that are all free.
I got to tell you this, this is something that is This is how I know I'm working with the right people, is we find ways to solve things effectively, and also like just being smart. That's why I told everybody, like, don't like run away because it's like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, woe is me. My life sucks. You know what? We're here to make life better. Your credit score makes some difference. Fixing your credit makes a difference. Being able to participate in revenue sharing programs that have a credit tied to them, it's how it goes. This is US only. If you're outside the US and you're here, we have solutions. We have big solutions. So just know there's gonna be a lot more, but we're not gonna cover that today. We do the BFA event to get people started with the $750 a month stipend mainly, and then get exposure to everything else that we do. But just know there's so much more. We can't cover it all in 90 minutes. We don't have a business model that I can write on a napkin and say, this is how it works. It's complex, and all businesses at work are complex. But we teach you in an easy process, and we're going to get down to that in a moment here. So let's go first. I'm going to share my screen. I think I put it in the chat, didn't I?
Not yet. It's not there yet.
No. Go here to set up. And we're going to give you lots of access to this. Okay. So this is the page you're going to go to. I'm going to go share this screen. Okay, and there's a couple steps we got to do on here because, guys, this is exclusive to RRR247, and we don't want to make sure that none of the Autobots or any of the other garbage out there gets to this process. So we had to change things up. There will be a replay of the BFA event on the top. That's there. We're probably going to update that from time to time with them, because this gets better and better as we do it. But this is so that you can watch it again, or your spouse can watch the whole thing again. Here's that IBO video you just watched. That's there for people to replay. This has been watched like tens of thousands of times or whatever it is on the different platforms we have since we've been doing this, and it's been updated a couple times, edited. It's just there for you to watch and go through it. But the best thing to do is just get started and get in the process, talking it all your questions and stuff, and done with Trisha. Again, 21 to 69. You're going to complete the form below. This phone number you want to add. Now, no, I would put it in your phone as resellers RMP, and you can even put like Trisha's name in there. Okay. 458-231-8284. You want to know that number, and you want to be able to make sure you get that number and get the text from that number, because it's important to get things set up. But ongoing, they're going to talk to you, like, message you as things are needed throughout the month. It's usually once or twice, but you want to make sure you get with them right away, right? They just need something, but you want to have that number, okay? Credit score 650 or higher, but if you're a 600, or even if you're like a 580, 590, you might as well get your credit fixed and then get into it. Start the process. Trisha's really good at putting people in the pending credit score, doing the stuff you need to do. This is what we do, okay? I'm going to go on here now. You're going to complete this form, but before you complete this form, grab that password. I would just highlight it and copy it. Okay, like highlight it, Control C or right click, copy. We do a lot of copy and pasting in what we do. And we're going to go to the form, and when the form's complete, we're going to go to another form. It's going to require this password. Then you're going to go to the IBO Start Here button, and you're going to fill out like 6 more questions, and then you're going to schedule a calendar appointment with Trisha. Okay, so we're going to go right here to this form. Your full name, the name of your instructor, and if you don't have one yet, you can just put do not have one yet. Everyone here should have one. Okay, that's how we do it, but go ahead and you put do not have one, or put there in. Your PBS URL. You don't even know what that is yet. Some of you already have one. I know you're coming in here. You're already in the program. But if you don't have one yet, just put pending. Okay, we're going to talk about that next, or in a moment here. Your phone number, your email address, your physical address, your city, state, zip. I think Trisha mentioned it. You guys, we can only do 1 per household. So if you're doing other family members, they just got to live in a different home, or outside of that, we can put both the husband and wife in the same location. I think she covered that, but I always like to bring it up again. City, state, zip, United States only for this. And again, if you're outside the US, we have other programs, guys, that are phenomenal. And they also don't have an age limit. Okay, you're going to hit apply for IBO. Then you're going to get that password. Then you're going to, you're going to click on the IBO Start Here, and then you'll fill out some questions, and then you'll schedule a calendar appointment to get with Trisha. And I would say do it like right now. All right. If you got to talk to your spouse first, well, you can go ahead and get the form, get a calendar appointment. She fills up. Then you get your spouse to watch this. If you qualify for it, there's no reason not to do it. If you're going to qualify for it because we're going to get your credit fixed, there's no reason not to do it. Get it started. It is an awesome freaking thing. And it's something that we are really, really proud of. Okay. I'm going to come back to here. I'm going to stop my share for a moment. I'm going to go back to my content. Trisha and I can go back and forth on this for all day. Get the form filled out, get on the calendar. We'll answer anything that you haven't had answered so far. There's no such thing as a dumb question with us. Trisha wants to make sure you're comfortable, you understand how it all goes, but she's also got a really good setup process and is going to answer like so many things along the way. All right. Let's go on to some stuff that's really fun. Okay. Obviously, $750 a month solves a lot of problems for almost any family. Okay. It's a car payment. It pays off insurance. It helps whittle down the credit card debt, right? All those things. But what are you looking for in general? Let's kind of go back to like, what is your why? Like, why would you want to change your life? You know, that's what we're here to change people's lives for the better. We're here to give them a hand up, not a handout. Get them connected with ways that are going to actually bring money. Money solves problems. If you don't have money and you have problems, your problems are amplified. If you have problems, you have money, you can usually solve those problems with the money. That's news to anybody. I'm sorry if I shocked you. Okay. There's a lot of people are raised to be an employee. They don't understand how to own a business. We're going to teach you how to own a business and how to get ahead. It's what we do here. It's literally our mission. Okay. I'm going to go here real quick and let's go through a list of things. Okay. What are you looking for? Right. So what are you looking for? Right. I want to know this about anybody I work with. So let's start going into it. Are you looking for a way to supplement your income? Even if you love what you do for work, and I hope you do, it may not bring in the income you need or the income you need to build up for retirement, let alone cover the costs you have for your family. I mean, there's always something that goes on, right? You know that most families, they are one life event away. And that life event could be, you know, a new child, a new bill with like schooling, from having like a financial crisis. All right. The washing machine and dryer die at the same time. And now they got to get a big bill. And, you know, that's like $1,200. Depending on what your budgets are in your family, that could be a devastating hit. All right. I've had multiple appliances go out the same month. And those are sometimes things that rack up the credit cards and gets really hard to get out if you're really tight, right? $750 a month makes a big dent in that, but we're going to show you so many other things. Okay. Maybe you want to supplement to then replace your income and get away from the job you are currently in altogether. Now, if I talk to 10 people, 8 of them hate their job. 2 of them like their job. That's about the odds, 80-20. Having a solution that allows you to create income while you work your job that has the ability to create more than what you make so you can live and then find that time and financial freedom to work for yourself full time. That's here. Are you retired and need more income to cover bills and to do what you dreamed of doing in retirement? 95% of Americans, and I'm pretty sure it's the same around the world, when they retire, they're literally broke. They got to go back to work. They didn't retire like they thought they would, or with the promise of what retirement offered, where they could go and travel and see the world. They don't have the funds. Inflation alone is a killer of retirement dreams. And they're creating additional income creates the solution, but it can also allow for so much more. Are you retired and fine financially? Basically part of that 5%. And I love this, right? But you want to be part of something more to help and work with others. That's what this allows. It's purpose-driven. We get to make a difference, and we get to attract a lot of people that love helping people that never had a way to do it. We have the vehicle to do that here. I love I call them our retired and bored. They want to put more out there. They want to be active and making the world a better place. This is a great home for you. There are many that work 2, 3, or more jobs to make ends meet. They're door dashing. They're doing like Uber, Lyft. They're doing side jobs wherever they can find them. You know, maybe you're looking for a better way to use your time, make income, and find time for you. You know there's a better way and you're seeking it. You guys, almost everything we do is about gaining a customer that we get paid on their initial purchase and for the life of the account. We build residual income, not work, not jobs. Like when someone does, you go drive Lyft or you do Uber Eats or you do DoorDash, You're only getting paid if you work, and you only get paid for what you accomplish in that task, right? That is not the best type of income, right? We have leverage income versus linear income. When you work a job, you get paid by the hour. We make money based on actions, and we use technology to create more and more actions. God, I love this. I love what we do. All right, let's go on to the next one. More of what you're looking for, right? We have been working with over 1 million students that have come into our course to find a solution to making an income online. And we are looking for those that are willing to dive in, not quit, and that are especially good with paying it forward. That's what this is based on. We're going to help you. We're going to pour into you. We're going to make you successful with us. And then we expect you to pay it forward, help others do the same. That's how this works. And we are all about paying it forward to others as they gain knowledge, know-how, and success with us. We have hundreds of thousands that have not seen this presentation. No one realizes just how real this is, or that it is even a thing. No one has this but us. And we are thrilled you're here now to see it and to jump on in with us. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a get-rich-smart program. This is not a job where you trade time for income, limiting your income to the time in the day you can work. This is a business where we get paid based on actions. I know I'm repeating myself. I just get so excited because you guys, the more actions, the more we get paid. And we work in teams to create more and more actions that we all can get paid from with incredible low overheads. Like it's unbelievable. We're into profit. Remember, we pay for your marketing. Remember that paid marketing thing? That's the number one expenses for anything. We cover that for you. Why? Because what we do works. We actually make money because we sell products and services. You guys, we know things are difficult. And we get to help anyone willing to be teachable, that is willing to do the work, that is willing to follow processes and the RRR247 system. We have seen it change lives. We have seen it bring in hope, and we have seen it create success for people from all walks of life. Now we're looking for more people who are ready to take action, follow a proven system, and create the life they truly want. The opportunity is here. The time is now. The choice is yours. Let's build your future together. Now, what brings you to us? All right, it's always good to bring the focus point. Like, what are we trying to accomplish? Where are we trying to go, right? We built this initially with a focus on if we could help a stay-home mom create income to allow her to raise her children and not have financial stress. We knew that if we could help a single mother of 3 to create success, we could help anyone. And we have done that. It is all possible, and it is possible to create income without limits. The more we grow together, the more we can make together. We have large clients that do millions in sales yearly, monthly, weekly. We work with large clients that are 200 million in sales annually and growing. We work with every RRR247 student knowing they can become a huge success in what we do. Not to mention, everyone needs a plan B, something to have in case plan A fails. Job uncertainty, injury, accidents, or failed health of loved ones pulling you into family love and obligations. We have a lot of people that are caring for their family that can do this around that to make ends meet and to help build up for a better life and lifestyle. We see it all, and we are thrilled we have the plan B that is plan A and above caliber as well. Now, I love this part of what brings you to us, right? Life costs money. Everything has cost to it, both in our time and in money, right? Children and their needs cost money. Children and their desires cost money. Raising children costs money, and for most of us carries on as they become adults, especially in today's world. It's not just a feeling, it's actually factual. Vacations cost money. Traveling and seeing the world, it's a dream a lot of people have. It costs money, and it requires time freedom. The ability to be with your family is time, and time freedom is needed by us all. The ability to help your family financially is a huge thing. The ability to help others is a huge thing, and something most of us enjoy doing. Being able to create a better lifestyle, most are not living in the manner they dreamed they would be. Dreams cost money, and when you have the income, you can make dreams happen. So when we plug our marketing success with the PBS and how it works and our teamwork, along with everything that surrounds it, we have the means, the methods, and we have the paid marketing to support the success of the individual and the team. Together, we build freedom. Together, we build legacies. Together we are RRR247. Now, I'm going to bring out the performance blogging system now and have you watch the video. It's 18 minutes long. This 18 minutes is going to let you see the technology and the system that allows us to make money every second of every hour of every, of every day of every month of every year. And it's something that we take time to set up with you. It's something that allows everything to connect. All right. And then I'm going to go into a couple more things. I'm going to show you where the training is at, and your instructor is going to be able to take you from there. Okay. So let's go into this video. 18 minutes. I'll be right back. Welcome to the complete overview of the performance blogging system, or PBS as we like to call it for short. My name is Rory Rickard, and I am the creator of performance blogging and the performance blogging system. We bring marketing expertise of almost 4 decades now to what we are able to teach, support, and build on constantly with the students of the PBS. Whether you are 8 or 98, if you can follow instructions, you can succeed with the PBS. This took me decades to figure out and to build in a way that anyone can be taught how to do what I do to get what I get. What took me decades is now something you can get up and going in a matter of days. This is a way to make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. This is a way to leverage time and income generation all of the time. I'm going to do a brief overview, and then we will break it down in writing so you can see how real and effective this PBS really is. Then it's all about getting started and getting the revenue streams working for you. Now, this is looking at 1f16.com, and this is a performance blogging system, or PBS. And this is a content marketing site. We build this by design to create multiple streams of income. And as you can see, it is very simple and crisp and clean for navigation by the user. It is set up to run on desktops, laptops, and all mobile devices. This is what a PBS looks like on a desktop. And as you can see, there is simple navigation covering multiple categories, multiple services, and products, all of which can generate us income. And it allows us to keep up with the latest and greatest new products and services at all times. There are literally hundreds of ways we generate revenue individually with these items or products. This simple design has been proven to create as many as 8 clicks per user that visits our PBS. That is 8 revenue points. Also, notice the Google ads that are running on this PBS. This is what happens when you partner with Google as content provider with them through the Google AdSense program. We will cover that more, but each of these ads is paying me for being here. And when they are clicked on, I'll average anywhere from 25 cents to as high as $25 per click. And the best part of it is all automated. Google knows everything about us, right? They know what we like, what we care about, and what we buy. So they are optimizing for the individual to show the highest paying ads for the individual person. Ever wonder why you can be talking about something and then pow, you are seeing ads for it popping up everywhere you go online? This is happening because Google knows all, right? And they are in the business to make money supplying us what we want and need in coordination with the advertisers that are paying Google to be in front of us. See, there are advertisers and consumers and content providers. That is where we belong. Most understand consumers because we are all consumers. And we see ads in front of us everywhere. Advertisers pay Google to place these ads. Google uses their content provider partners, such as us, and search, such as us, to deliver the consumers to the advertisers. And we are partners with Google. They collect the ad spends from the advertisers and share them with us, the content providers and Google AdSense partners. Now, with that quick overview, I want to welcome you to the performance blogging system, and I want to do it in a walking, talking way so you really get to an understanding that this is exactly what you need to be part of for your time and financial freedom. Before we go over this incredible system we call the PBS, your instructor should have sent you the ebook, and access to the audiobook of Marketing is Freedom. I wrote this book with decades of marketing experience. This is the background knowledge you need to succeed in marketing and life, really. Be sure you read and or listen to Marketing is Freedom before you get going into session 1 of training. By the time you finish this short presentation, you will be setting up immediately with your instructor. I cannot tell you how excited I am personally that you are here now getting started with us. I know what this means for you, your family, and your legacy, and I am beyond thrilled to be part of your getting started here today. This is truly the perfect business model for anyone. And because of the online community behind it, anyone that is willing to show up and attend the training can win. Your PBS is the best employee you can ever have. Once it is fully set up, this is a 24 hours a day, every day piece of technology working for you. It never takes off time and is always working for you. This is 100% based on do what I do and get what I get. You just need to follow the system. It is a system and not a suggestion. So as you will hear and see it work, do as Rory does, get what Rory gets. And because this is not a wham, bam, slam you in and then leave you to figure it out program, I am here to walk you through everything you need to understand to join with us and get going. In fact, this system is designed to get you in, get you trained, and get you to be able to make income within 2 weeks from the time you start. The more you put into it, working the exact way I have proven out, the more income you can create. And this is not a job where you get paid by the hour and are therefore limited in the amount you can make. This is an opportunity that allows you to get paid for what you directly do and for what the PBS system and all of the community and teamwork allows you to make. See, we do not get paid by the hour. This is not employment, or as I really consider slavery where your time is not your own. But this is where you can get paid by the actions. And we utilize technology, teamwork, and a corporate structure around the teamwork to create success, lasting success, and ongoing legacy incomes together. We have multiple income streams built into the PBS. Google partnership with your PBS, residual affiliate marketing with your PBS, and then teamwork and revenue sharing. Now, I'm going to go right to Google partnership with your PBS. Once you get started, we will be guiding you through the setup steps to get your PBS ready for a Google partnership. This is where you get to share in revenue from advertising and search with Google AdSense. When you properly set up your PBS and do what Rory does, this allows you to create steady traffic utilizing SEO, keyword marketing, ad posting, and paid for you V marketing that ensures traffic. $10 a day is $300 a month. $20 a day is $600 a month. $100 a day is $3,000 a month. You get the idea. And because of our philanthropy in funding your paid marketing, you get to create income with a Google partnership without spending your money to do it. Sounds too good to be true, right? We love this. We get to help those that need it most to get a hand up. And get this, the more you succeed with us, the more we can help others. Okay, let's break down Google, and this is often the smallest income stream compared to the others. Google's revenue per user has grown over the years, from an estimated $152 per user in 2015 to $379 per user in 2022. In 2023, Google's revenue per user is estimated to be around $390. Yes, we are years past 2023 now, and the revenues are only increasing. Here's some related information about Google's revenue. Ad revenue in 2023 was $237.86 billion. Search engine revenue is the primary driver of its revenue and profits. In 2023, 73.6% of Alphabet's ad revenue came from Google search. That's where our keyword marketing comes in, guys. Alphabet, by the way, is the parent company to Google and so many other internet companies. Now, YouTube revenue, which is owned by Google, in 2023 brought in $31.5 billion in ad revenue, which is 13.3% of Alphabet's total ad revenue. The Google network revenue in 2023 brought in 31.3 billion in ad revenue, which is about the same percentage as YouTube. We're talking a lot of money, and we participate in all of this. Now, the daily revenue is about $890 million every day. We are just going after a fraction of that for every one of our PBS students. It's awesome, right? Now, Google's main source of income is showing ads alongside relevant search results on google.com. That's where we participate in, folks. There are an estimated 5.3 billion people online, and about 90% of them use Google search. Google reported 224.47 billion in ad revenue in 2022, not including the YouTube ads. So that comes out to about $47 per year per person globally. Okay. And again, this is from years ago now. It is only growing. When we partner with Google and get connected with their Google AdSense program, we earn a revenue share. They get the advertisers, they collect the ad revenue, and they pay us each month like clockwork. We get paid per view, per click, and per impression. Best part is we just create the traffic and they do the rest. I have been paid by Google every month without fail since 2007. And the very ways we teach you how to generate traffic has been creating income for me since 1997. I am still earning from the performance blogging I did back then. So having a partnership with Google allows us to make money for just creating traffic. Then as we market the right things, we create income from the affiliate marketing. And we created residual affiliate marketing, and this is where the huge money is. We focus on marketing the products and services that people love, want, and desire. And in almost every case, we market the products and services that pay us for the initial sell and then ongoing for each sell that customer makes for the life of the customer. This is leveraged income. We acquire the customer, connect the customer with the product or service. We do not have to inventory or are responsible for shipping or customer support, and we get paid each time they buy, allowing us to build an income that can grow day by day, week by week, month by month. Teamwork and revenue sharing kicks in and we work together, allowing life to happen. You are not a sole proprietor business owner with us. You are a business owner that works with a team to support you and the others. We pay it forward with the success tools and resources made available to us through the system. As you build in teams, you gain in revenue sharing. And there are far more items in this part of the business. We will show you these in session 2 of your training. Let's say, as great as this sounds, there is even more aspects of the income streams we have proven out to share with you as you build your PBS with us. Let's get you started today. 3 key points so you know how incredible this is. 1, you are not paying us to train you. You should be all normal metrics, right? We do know how to make 6 and 7 figures a year doing this. That is worth a lot. But my wife and I wanted to provide a way for anyone to win. We wanted to create this the way we would want it if we were you coming into the system, knowing how it works on the other side. And we believe that if it's really this good, we should invest our time and our money with you. We make money when you do. Your instructor, the team, and the system are all performance-based. We make money when you make money. This is why the costs of getting going with this are so incredibly low. We make our money because we are truly marketing and creating sales to the tune of millions a week. This is a fully scalable business model that allows anyone from anywhere in the world to succeed. And the third thing is we also get to pay it forward and take our marketing that is already working and we get to share it with you. In fact, the more you get involved in the marketing, the more paid marketing we get to give you to build your PBS income streams. And this is why your instructor has marketing already in motion to pay it forward now to you. The more you learn and get going, the more you are going to be realizing this is different. This is how the world should be. And we are doing it, allowing all to rise up. You just have to do the work, be consistent, and show up for you. Also, from the moment you get started and through the training, we provide ongoing live training to keep up with the latest and greatest ways to improve and grow our PBS income streams. The more you attend, the more you learn and can add to your success. This is all training you do not pay for. We are going to constantly invest into you and your PBS business success. There must be a catch, right? There absolutely is. As you succeed with us, you are expected to pay it forward to others that are coming into our community with us. This is an absolute process of pay it forward. We help you to help others, to then help them to help others. That is the absolute catch here, and we stand behind this catch 100%. From the get-go, we establish your own performance blogging system, or PBS. This takes a couple of days for our CTO team to set you up. You get your own short 4 or 5 character URL. The shorter the URL, the bigger the advantage and overall structure of URLs for marketing and keywords. While these have an incredible value because of this, we purchased large amounts of these back before anyone really understood how this would progress. We saw it, we invested in it, and we get to share that with you. You start out with a copy of exactly what Rory is making money with every single day. You don't need to go find anything. We give it to you. And virtually every second of the day with all the combined income streams represented here. This makes money for me every second of every day. Do what I do, get what I get. We have found that anyone can be taught the art of the PBS when they modify. Once you learn the basics, you will be able to add more and more to your PBS, allowing for more and more success. One good article page, we call them offer pages, can generate 100,000 unique visitors and all the revenue they create a year, a month, a week, a day, an hour. Your instructor will guide you one-on-one through sessions 1 and 2. These are 3 hours or so each. We allow you to get you started in shared marketing from the conclusion of session 1. Paying it forward, your instructor and their team are able to pay it forward with marketing that is already in motion to help you get going. From there, you get into session 2, where you understand more of how this PBS works. Then it is into the actual work of building out your PBS to be set up with the affiliate links that allow you to be paid, and for you to become the author of the content to allow you to benefit from the SEO and keyword marketing. Then it is into session 3 for ad posting and V marketing. This is where your consistency allows for more and more success. V marketing is our proprietary, paid for you marketing that ensures traffic and therefore financial success with your PBS and income streams created within your PBS. Your instructor will be guiding you through your PBS activation, and as a hands-on guru, I'm excited to see you in the training and to hopefully meet you at our live events as we celebrate the achievement of time and financial freedom through marketing. Marketing is freedom after all. And now you are getting your own vehicle in your own PBS to make it happen. This is a dream making reality, using the right training, understanding, and technology to make it happen. Yours an absolute success and prosperity through the power of marketing and the wonder of the internet. Now, I'm the inventor of the performance blogging system and the co-founder of the RRR247 community, which will be supporting you. I cannot wait for you to meet my incredible wife and co-founder of RRR247, who will be helping train and organization efficiencies with you ongoing. God bless. Get started with your instructor today, and I'll see you in the training. All right, I'm going to go right into the power of leadership here with RRR247. First, it's your one-on-one instructor. They are there to guide you through the learning management system I'm about to show you, and to build your PBS with you, and to help you with the RRR247 businesses to create income. And they're also there if you have a problem filling out that form for the IBO. They're there for that too, right? They've already done it probably. They've helped a lot of people do it. Second, your leadership team. We have leaders that are all part of your success. Everyone here is tied to these big teams that have been here for years. There have been people that have been here all the way from the beginning. Okay, they will be guiding you in group training. Then the third thing is the RRR247 family. We work together all the time. We have weekly live training to build together and to keep on hot items and to press for creating time and financial freedom. We roll out things all the time. You're going to get connected with that, with the process of getting trained. All right, now I'm going to go to the LMS login. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to share my screen for this part. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And again, your instructor is going to be getting you all this, okay? And you're going to go into it. It's going to look like this, okay? It's going to look just like this. You're going to go here, or you're going to log into it from another point. It's going to take you right here to the login. And you're going to log in. I got my information in there. You're going to log into this. This will all be set up by your instructor. And this is where everything is step by step. Now, there's a start here place here. It's a great place to go. I'll hit view course here really quick. There is a video for you to watch that kind of gives you a really good explanation and a walkthrough. And then we cover about, what we are, what we are not, like just a lot of things we already covered today. All right. And you can mark all this stuff off. If you already have an existing website for an existing business, this will help you make that even better in the marketing. You don't have any business ownership, no problem. We help you with all that. Then you're going to finish that. It's just a good place to start. Again, if you did the BFA event, we basically have done all of that. Okay. Then you're going to come here to the 24/7 system. This is where you're going to be spending your time to get things set up. And there's a lot of other courses, but I don't want you to go to those until you're done with this. Okay. Now this has a full-on walkthrough video. I want you to watch it because it's going to show you what to expect as you get going. Then we go over here. There's 3 skill sets we teach here. Remember I say we teach you how to fish. Skill set number 1 is the art of the performance blogging system itself. That system, as simple as it looks, is very complex in creating our success forever. Everything ties to it. Okay. Skill set number 2 is the art of the BRT, or also known as the art of communication. All right. This is written, verbal, and utilizing AI and video. This is how the communication part of marketing is taught. Okay. We do this constantly. Skill set number 3 is the art of technology, from our incredible CRM that we're in now to our AI tools and resources to this very, again, LMS, but also the PBS is part of that too. Like we teach you the technology pieces. Then you're going to hit continue and you're going to go right into the curriculum. All right. And it starts at the very top. Marketing is freedom. You access the book, right? And if you've already got the book, or great, if not, you're going to be able to get it right here. All right. I'll open it up here and you'll hit complete when you're done with that. It'll take you to the next section, which is performance blogging and how to activate it. Okay. Now I want to bring up some stuff here in a second, and then everything else is done with your instructor all the way down. Step by step, you'll mark it off. All right. There's that video we just watched. And then here's the PayPal link to sign up and the credit card link. Now, let me talk about this for one quick fun second, or a couple minutes. We don't charge you thousands of dollars like this. I know a lot of people are like, oh, there it comes. There's that money. No, we supplement this. All right. We literally are partnering with you on every cost we can. All right. You need to have a PBS system of your own to track your commissions, your structure, everything that ties to it. All right. Now I'm going to bring up, if you got your PBS all set up and going, and you got our partnership with Google AdSense, and we have other things we add to it too. But if you have that going on, and that's only making $5 a day. Okay. That's $150 a month. $10 a day, $300 a month. $20 a day, $600 a month. All right. You get the picture. All right. It pays for that. Now, if you were to set the system up, let's say you knew how to do it all. You didn't have any of our proprietary stuff though, but let's say that you knew how to set up the server, you knew how to work with WordPress, which is what we use. This, and have the proper hosting, it would be about $500 a month if you knew what you're doing. And that doesn't count protections from the activities of fraud that happen, and the freaking, I call it the second biggest problem next to procrastination in business. It's hackers, right? Traffic is valuable, and if they can hack it and transfer it from going to our site and redirect it to where they get paid, that's what they're going to do. It's all about the money. We have a full-time staff, CTO and techs that are behind everything we do. It's all inclusive, and your cost with us is a one-time activation fee of $49. Yes, that's for the setup, everything. Okay. And then we charge you $48.95 for the hosting for 90 days. So every 90 days, it's $48.95. So today it's under $100, $98. $48.95 every 90 days means about $16 a month for everything we give you here. This is not a profit center. We subsidize it. We have huge servers, huge techs to run the stuff that we do. Why? Because we sell millions of dollars in products and services. We do what we teach we do. Not teach you what you could do on your own. No, this is different. But you do need to get this set up so everything ties to that. And then you're going to go right in the training. Now I'm going to talk about the training. Your first training session with your instructor is going to be about 4 hours long. It gets you understanding of how things work. And then you go on to session 2 from there and on. Right here, like PBS session 1, 2. if this didn't work, would your instructor be so excited to spend 4 hours with you? No. We make money together or we lose money together. We're in it with you. You show up and do what we teach you. You are patient. You raise your hand. We don't know something, so we can make sure you learn it. We're all going to win. And we're proven. We've done this for a while. Okay? So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to bring up my my button on the bottom on here. You can start your IBO. If you haven't done that yet, there's a link for it. You can activate your PBS with PayPal. We love PayPal. You can use a credit card that way, but if you have PayPal already set up, great way to go. Then if you want to use just a credit card, a debit card, or ACH or your bank, that's the third link on the bottom here. All right. We are exactly at 90 minutes from the time we started this. This presentation went perfectly to time. For the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to leave it on and then we'll take it down so you have time to connect with your instructor. I know Trisha's in communication with some people. So that'll continue for the next little bit. I'm going to throw on some testimonials and then this will be done. And, we'll see you in the other trainings and God bless. And we are so glad you're here. Bye for now.
5 stars.
Hello,
5 stars.
hello, everybody. My name is Michael Sullivan, and I have been on the IBO program probably going on about 7 months now, and it's been great. Everything's gone smooth. I've had no hiccups, not to mention any really, and my pay comes every month like clockwork. I just have to do a little bit whenever I get a text. I just do what they ask me to do. Takes about 5 minutes out of my day, maybe 10. And on average, about twice a week, maybe. So, yeah, this is a great program. I recommend this to anybody. It will help you get your foot in the door and get your business going.
So I've set a lot of people up with this IBO for a couple of reasons. One, it's a win-win-win for everybody. They found a way to help the merchant companies, help the advertisers, as well as helping the IBO participant generate extra income per month. That's $750 a month. Has helped a lot of families. It could make a big difference for many people's financial burdens. You could use it to launch your own business. You could use it to pay your bills off. You could use it to make a car payment. You can take it and invest it into something else to pad your retirement. There's so many uses. It's not a loan. You don't have to pay it back. It's their way of paying it forward to you for helping that advertiser get his product out to the marketplace. That's a win-win-win.
Hi, I'm Thomas Fitzgerald. I've been in the IBO program for 2 years solid, without a hitch, without even so much as a blip. I've been earning directly from the IBO program up to $1,000 for the first year every month. That was then the following year reduced to $750 for 6 months, then to $500 for 6 months. This is extraordinary, especially since I had a guarantee of 9 months then when I first started, and it went for 2 years. This is no joke. That money enabled me to get my business up and running. That money took care of things that I didn't have to worry about. It made everything happen. So if you're considering this, do it.
Hi, I'm Stacy, and I am so excited that my IBO has been running now for just over 6 months, and it's been a learning experience, business-wise, and getting that $750 a month is really nice that we're able to, get ahead on things. Nothing major, but the credit cards, paying for a lot of my products. I'm able to buy more products for what we have here. And it's just nice to be able to take a deep breath and relax. And it's allowed me to focus more in the last 6 months on building my business without the pressure of having to earn the income. So I do encourage anyone that if you qualify for the IBO, take the time, get the paperwork done, follow the instructions, and get it going.
I want to take a minute and talk about the IBO program. It's $750 a month for doing very little work. I've actually just got my third payment of $750. 3 more coming minimum. Really no reason not to do it. If you like money, sign up.
Hi there, my name is Dina. I am a recipient of the IBO program, and I've been getting it since November. I love having that extra bit of income. It does come in quite handy. Also, I love the ease that it is to get things rolling. I keep good records, and it was very simple for me to follow the steps and submit what I needed to submit. And the support staff at Resellers RMP are just phenomenal. They help you along the way. Just send them a quick email and they answer it right away. So everybody should be in the IBO program. It's wonderful.
Everyone thinks the IBO is too good to be true. That's crazy. I did the IBO, it's been a couple of years back now. Mine ran for about a year and a half. Easiest money I've ever made.
Hi, my name is Karen, and I was in the IBO program for 6 months. I highly recommend that you take advantage of this program to get your business started and really take advantage of the fact that it's free money basically to you with very little effort. So I hope that if you're hearing this, that you will look into the opportunity and join us, because it is definitely worth the process. Thank you.
I have been so blessed to be able to get back into this IBO program. This program really helps when your funds are a little bit limited and you need to stay into your PBS. It's what Roy calls a bridge, which bridges you over and gives you the ability to stretch some of your money, so to speak, in order to build your business.